knee?
Yeah.
Which one?
The bad one. The one that the cat hasn't.
Because apparently the other one is the one that's fucking up now. I don't even know what the fuck's going on. I want to go jump.
The universe is trying to balance things out.
Probably.
Well, the reason I was asking is because I do my little workout things in the morning, and I was like, I mean, I can't do it now because it's too hot to be running over here to work out and run back home.
Yeah.
But I was like, when it cools down some, I can come over here in the mornings and do my little workout circuit with you. But there is some jumping type stuff involved.
Yeah.
Not like running in place, more like explosive power, like getting up from down position and wrestling type stuff.
That leg should be good for that kind of stuff because if anything, I need to work it out. Okay. My other leg though,
I'll show you. I'll look up the workout thing I do, and I'll show it to you. I don't even do all the whole workout because some of it I physically can't do.
Yeah, I need to go outside to see if I can do up downs.
The dude does Superman planks. I can't do that.
Yeah, right.
Superman are fun.
Superman planks like
you're stressed. I don't know exactly what you're talking
about. Well, there's two of them. There's that one, and then there's the one where you go one arm out, one leg out.
Okay, yeah. That one's actually a little easier than the other one.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where like I have to balance myself and use upper body strength. Lower body's not a problem, but because I have bad elbows and shoulders and crap.
Sure.
So
also there's this other one too, where he does like this. Justin, I can't do it, but he'll do like this. He'll be in like a planking position, and then he'll like lift up off his arms like.
Yeah.
But he'll like
I hate those.
And I don't have the body.
Anything from a resting position where you go up to the position.
I don't have the body strength to do that. Now push-ups I can do, but he's going from this to straight, like neat elbows on the ground. Like I can't do that.
That sucks.
I can't do that. I barely do push-ups. You want me to go like from a lower level of nah?
No. My joints.
I can do 5 now.
You can't do push-ups.
I can get 15 in and. Because like I can show you, like
your shoulder, yeah.
Mario will start shaking up.
Yeah, that's how I am.
I wonder if that kid can do push-ups.
You saw it in Taekwondo when you used to do it all the time. It's weird because I can lift my own weight just fine.
Yeah.
But it's just a constant pressure on them.
Yeah, that's how it is for my wrist. That's why I don't like. That's why when I do push-ups, I always get like a dumbbell or a hand weight and do it off of a hand weight.
Oh, yeah.
Because when my wrist is like this, it's too much pressure right there. But if it's straight, it's not a problem.
Walmart Worry got me some of those. They're like specific.
Oh, you have the ones that turn?
No, specifically the things that are just like you put them on the floor.
They turn.
Oh yeah.
No, it's just stationary.
What I use is I bought a.
She don't love me that much.
I bought a chin-up bar, but the I don't know what you call it, but the what's names are too thick, so I can't use a chin-up bar. So I use that to do push-ups on. Because it's like literally in the picture, people's like the overhang for right here on other people's is like this thick. Yeah. But like this is how my mom's is, so I can't do chin-ups on it with that bar because it bar hit right here and right here. I need it to hit up there.
I love those videos where people just fall and it's like for no reason.
Well, see, the thing is, because of my wrist, I can't really do push-ups, and then because of my lower back, because of I can't really do sit-ups either, so I can't do upper body or core. So if I can do chin-ups, I can do chin-ups, and I can do like aerial squats. That'll work, both of it.
You need to go to a chiropractor.
That costs money.
Or my back hasn't been bothering me recently. But that's because I've been stretching a lot.
Remember what the guy said, even when your back doesn't bother you, that doesn't mean you're okay. That means every once in a while you need an alignment.
Speaking of alignments, another lesbian homie got put up.
I did that thing where I laid down on the floor and I had Steven look at my heels. One of my heels is higher up, and I'm like, oh shit.
Now, did you make sure that one of his eyes isn't higher up?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he was sober. He had just started drinking, so I don't think it hit him yet.
Appletini hit the spot. He was gone.
Yeah. Beer in his hands were still like, they weren't open yet. So I was like...
I mean, when you really about that life, you don't even need to open it.
He was double fisting them though. So
Kyle has a point there.
I actually wonder, I'm like, is Steven just in a constant like haze of possible... Like, is he like Archer where it's like, I'm afraid to come down? I'm afraid the hangover will kill me.
Like it's like
the collective hangover from over.
It's like you know how some people have like 4 cigarettes right here. Just waiting for somebody to have like all the beers. Just...
Oh my goodness, that's too much. Why not just stab yourself in the throat?
That's the gold flakes.
Not the same amount of damage.
What about the Pineapple Express?
The Pineapple Express.
Did you guys start recording?
I did.
Yeah!
So, never been so attracted to a Mario cosplay before.
Is it Buff Mario or Thick Mario?
Mario got a lot of tattoos. thong up her ass.
Yeah.
Are those ears on the hat?
Yeah.
Or the wings?
Yeah, the wings.
So this week on the podcast, we are missing a lot of people. We're missing a few people.
I got a question.
Mm.
For that kind of attire, is there like a constant sense of wedgie, or do they like do that to like avert that sense of
I actually
wedgie?
have to have a chick on the podcast to talk about that because
Well,
I've
you-
never
you-
worn thongs.
You know what I mean? Okay, you know how like normally you just walk and you get a wedgie, it's like I gotta get it out.
Thongs are supposed to be up.
I thought you were stripping. What's all?
Now, that's what I'm curious about.
It gets taken off
Gotta make
too
that
quick.
money.
It gets
But-
taken off too quick.
That's what I was curious about, because typically like when you don't have a wedgie, you get a wedgie, it's like But if you have that, is there like a constant nagging like wedgie in like the back of your mind, or is it like
supposed to be up there?
I'd assume
not?
that they designed the outfit for that purpose. So
I love the idea of
Well, I
like
mean-
a buttload of engineers sitting in a fucking scientist room with scientist coats looking at they're looking at a screen of just nothing but thongs and they're like, not good enough.
there is an anime?
We can design this better.
There is an anime that gets introduced to swimsuits, and they literally have all their engineers trying to figure out how to design for swimsuits.
That's hilarious.
Wait, is that the one where the girls fight with their butts?
No.
They
It's
never put that much.
You
effort
chimed
into
in way too quickly.
That's
on
because
that
he's
He's an expert.
Nothing like that happens.
you know he all about them 2D girls.
They just no. You
But,
think they need it in that anime?
First,
they
we need
spend too
to
much.
introduce who this man is. So
Nekobash
let me introduce the
Nekobash
podcast. Everyone,
/
shut!
the robot lover.
So we're missing a few people. Shadow's not here. JS Valentine is not here for whatever reason. Joseph.
Hey, not my fault.
Did
So
I do that?
right now we have me, Ungrateful Ninja. We have Untimely Death, aka Joe Baby Legs. We have
Obscura!
striking poses no one sees, like a JoJo character. And for the first time, we have Nekobasher.
Nekobot?
Nekobash.
Nekobash.
Yes.
And he is a good friend of ours. He's a good friend of the table. He went to school with you guys. Went to school with us. Went to school with
Well, you say you guys, and it's like you only pointed at me.
because I mean I didn't. Well, shut the fuck up. Joe. Shut
Just
your light skin ass up. You don't
You
get
know
to talk.
what the best part?
I'm leading into this now because you're sitting there talking shit about dark skinned people and how we treat you.
I was not.
And now I'm leading in.
I told you that I was going to stop saying
your pancake
the word
batter ass up.
darkies this for like ever because
you heard another person using it. You were like, whoa. Let me type this shit back.
Well, because I use it out of joking. She was saying it
She
out
was
of
dead
like,
ass serious. These darkies, this, that, and the third got control of the pool. I was like, oh shit. And she called white people clear. Oh, that was funny. That was funny.
You know what's great? I actually met you guys in this order.
Going that way?
Yeah.
That's funny.
That makes sense.
I'm last.
To school. I'm assuming.
Because when did you guys meet? We don't talk about. Remember, we don't talk about where we are,
Oh yeah.
sir. Before you.
Yeah, because
Okay,
I was
if
just
you're,
gonna. I
if
was
you're
just,
saying the number of a school, that could be any place.
No, yeah, I'm just saying. I'm warning him before because we've had this problem before, Joe. We're not new to this shit.
because I said their names and apparently that's some kind of.
Well, no, you
Luckily,
said
we never got
apparently
to
that's
that.
some kind of unholy incantation,
said-
like
you
they're
said
gonna
more
fucking
than that.
disappear.
Look, you. Oh my goodness.
Like I was like name, and then he was like,
You were in a drug deal and you said the name of my mother's freaking address. That's how bad it was.
"What? I never said your address."
You said what school we were in. You said what town we were in. You even said what program we met each other in. Which now it's not important because, I mean...
But it was important then, right?
Because we had no choice. You outed us.
What? I literally...
We're out here now. How we gonna walk that
What,
back?
you never share alma mater? Really?
No. Fuck that.
Well, you can blame this on me because I refuse to tell people where I'm at. I mean, even on my Facebook, it doesn't have the right city I'm in.
We can't let
Or
them know.
state.
That's how mine is.
In Hawaii.
Because it says I'm in Rochester, Minnesota on
Also,
Facebook.
be careful with the table. Bang it
Oh,
People try to figure out how old I am. Is like, yeah, it's not on Facebook. Haha.
I know how old he is, but that's because I'm his sworn brother, and I'm not going to tell the people.
My information on Facebook is wrong because I'm just too lazy to update it.
TJ actually told me that.
Same, though, too.
I feel like I'm the only one you've ever willingly told your age and birthday to.
Technically, no, because when we did the roommate stuff, you had to tell me.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah.
Because he was too lazy to do it himself.
It's like, hey, do
I was
this.
like, you want a room with me? He's like, yeah, but I don't want to do the thing. Okay, what's your year of birth this year? I'm like,
no, you had to find out his birthday from his mom first, didn't you?
She was the reason I knew the month. I knew the year. I didn't know the month.
Okay.
Or the day.
Was it? Well, okay, so at that point, it was just like, I was like, wait, I could have swore you would never tell people this. Like, why?
I mean, he had to tell me at least a year. So I knew he was older than me because he said his birthday is earlier in the year than mine. Mine's like in the end of September. So it's like the vast majority of people are before me. So
I will say though, I can't stand most of my friends because all y'all look younger than what y'all actually are. And then I'm the motherfucker that looks 50 years old.
I keep telling you old.
Listen, we're not getting into this, right? I'm
not
not old.
Your hair grows like dumb fast though. You already fucked up shape up. I don't know what's happening.
Remember Kyle?
See, that's
that old man strength. Only it's like showing in other ways. His hair is growing fast.
You know what it is? His hair grows fast to like an inch, and then it just stops.
Oh shit, that sucks.
Because I always messing him about growing his hair out, but his hair like it'll grow fast for a while, then it'll just slow down.
You know what you got to do? You actually have to do something with it at that point. So if your hair grows out and then it stops, you have to start twisting. If you start twisting and braiding it, then it will continue to grow.
You do know you run the risk of literally just ripping your hair out at that point. Right?
Actually,
I mean, yeah, if you're a chick who does it every other fucking week.
Joe with mini braids would be hilarious to me. Because he wouldn't have any hang time yet. It'll just be like it'll be like somebody put like some like gummy worms and like just
baby braids.
But it doesn't work. Tried that before.
No?
My hair gets to a certain point and it says, fuck you, I'm not growing any further.
Well, just hope that you don't wake up like one dude. Remember the dude, he's like, what the hell is this on my head? And then he's like, yeah, that's just there now. It's like a random spot on his head where there's no, alopecia. Just random ball spot out of no, like not even in the good parts, just randomly on the side.
It was like towards.
It was like right. It was here though.
You know,
it was very, very obvious.
Yeah, you know what it is. You've been playing with that sunroof too much.
Right? all them weird foods.
Weird food. Oh yeah, because he made himself Eggs Benedict. I thought that was funny.
Well, no, because Alonzo does. Well, he's the one that does all the internet fails where people are spelling things wrong. And then
so it's karma. Making fun of all those people is like God's like something.
But see, he did a great thing by introducing us to Wendy's Twitter. Because he's the one that really made it well known, like, yo, Wendy's out here
wilding.
Ending lives on the internet.
Pretty much.
I mean, yeah.
How do you feel about this Wendy's waifu thing?
I mean, you know he's off for the waifu craze. That's why he's smiling already.
That's why he started smiling.
He ain't even get the sentence out. He got it's out twice.
Well, look.
Listen. It was gonna happen. It's the internet.
Just don't look at my internet history.
It's the internet. They do what they do. Rule 34. No exceptions.
How old was I when I found out about that rule?
I saw the number like everywhere, but then I didn't know what they were talking about.
I was 21. I was 21 when because I wasn't a pervert until like 22.
I've been a pervert since like I was 5. I was 5. I was in 1st grade. I got kissed by a white girl. I was like, oh.
Oh, see, that's what happened. You let a clear person touch you.
I mean, I didn't.
Bum.
The kiss came out of nowhere. I
was good up until college. I was a good child.
I don't believe you.
See, I would believe you if I ain't see what you wrote in Marissa's yearbook.
I didn't write anything in Marissa's yearbook.
I remember you wrote, "I would destroy you."
No.
Mm-hmm. Because I told you to write it.
He's shaking his head, but he's also smiling a little bit.
No, because you want to see where's my yearbook.
No, we're not doing this. Come on, we're not doing this.
No, he brought
I said
it up.
when he wrote in Marissa's yearbook, not when he wrote in his yearbook.
It was all. See, it's all fun and games until it's
time
for the
receipts.
receipts.
Someone else's yearbook. What the fuck? All right.
It's all fun and games until it's time for the receipts, and then it's like, fuck.
You have physical evidence for all the shit that's against you right now.
I'm happy I'm not the only person that still has that.
I didn't buy it.
Well, because I actually like most of the people I was with. Oh shit! Let me not show.
See? Fuck it up.
Well, no, because one of them is from my good friend Ronnie. Oh, if you haven't seen who Marissa is, that's her right there. I forgot I had pictures in here.
Evidence?
Oh, right. Marissa, yeah.
Why he look like the tall version of the son from Blackish?
Have you ever... Don't ever disrespect me like that ever again.
Anthony Anderson's your dad now?
That I will take that as a win. But don't ever call me that punk-ass bitch.
You don't want to be Junior?
No, he...
You don't want to bro mitzvah?
Makes me want to punch him in the face.
You don't want to bro mitzvah?
What did he do?
He makes his own
He's
fire
just
punch
so stupid.
He makes his own dad.
You don't play floor hockey, Joe?
I don't know if you've ever seen my mom, but that's her.
That's your mom?
Yeah.
Oh.
And that face of...
oh, yeah, he wasn't here for the barbecue.
What?
But no, one of them...
Wait, what?
Well, she has that face like, take another picture of me and you're going to...
Oh, that's what you said. Oh. I thought you said if you look at this picture, you're going to die. I'm like...
Too late now.
What kind of bullshit ring shit is this?
Yeah. So as you see,
TV.
she put Marissa's section here. Because at the time we were dating.
Joe, let me read it. Hey, Joe.
This is going to add an extra hey in there. Okay.
No, there's two. Hey.
Is there two?
Yeah.
See, he don't even know what his evidence says, and he got the wrong evidence anyways.
Something you can't read.
They're not supposed to know that!
You are my favorite, Joe. They already know that. Good times at 2 proms. How many people can say that they went to 2 different school proms with the same girl?
Whoa, hold up. 2 proms?
Yeah, we went to 2 proms together.
When we were in orchestra together. Bass whoop. Playing the graduation song forever. We still need to finish our chess game so I can try to win. I noticed we both wearing the same purple wig in the pictures in the yearbook. I enjoy kicking you and... What? You did some weird shit.
Wow.
I enjoy kicking you and hitting you. Ooh.
Senpai abuse me more.
With you. Oh. We gotta chill a lot this summer. The movies will be fun Saturday. You should know that you are the only person that has persuaded me to walk from Wilsonian to East. I don't even know. Next time, we should run.
Whoa, hold up. Said from...
See, the only problem with your evidence, Joe, is I said what you wrote in hers, not what you wrote in yours.
Also, you had to skip past some of the shit in the first part. So, like, clearly, you already...
Wilson to Eastman. Holy fuck, how did you do that?
Bruh. He's just not allowed to talk anymore.
I'm not. I'm just cut off. No, because at first I just thought he read it wrong.
We're going to edit that out. But the one that I said should probably...
Damn it, Eric. Now I gotta learn to edit shit out.
Gotta learn skills.
Gotta learn to do the beat thing.
But,
okay, right.
I mean, if you're gonna edit your porn, you gotta edit the easy stuff first.
Okay, got it.
But no, because Ronnie, you remember Ronnie, right?
Swimmer?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he also wrote in my
some
yearbook,
stuff.
and well, his first he called me Joe McNasty.
Sounds about right.
Dear Joe McNasty.
How did we get here?
But the reason why he did that is because they challenged me to eat something, and I did. Mistakes were made. Just know that.
And he says he was okay.
So that was just
college.
the right amount of vague to still be bad for you. Just want to let you know that.
Well, what if some of my listeners wants me to be the nasty freak that they think I am? So I gotta.
What you do?
I gotta keep up for everyone. I gotta be the nice sweet guy. Well, I am the nice sweet guy. I can't lie about that one. But people may think I'm a freak. I gotta keep that up.
You're practically Canadian with that.
Freaks, freaks come out at night. What?
So Joe is this podcast's personal idol?
I guess.
The podcast.
What's up?
Yeah, I say the podcast is Joe's dating service.
I mean, like you know the whole love band thing.
Serena,
where it's like,
I wanted to tell you that I love you.
You're gonna be talking to my wife. Did he tell you? Let me tell you what this motherfucker did the other day.
Do it.
Oh my gosh, because he was trying to find so many ways for me not to want to sleep with Serena Williams.
We found Arnaldo's pretty quick. Pair him with, put him in a threesome with Miranda Hart, and he's done. He's
no matter who it is.
British chick, he's like, I can't handle it. I can't do it.
But he was like, all right, well, what if Serena Williams came here and said you had to dress up as a JoJo star? And I was like, I'm still going. I hate JoJo, but it's the queen, it's the goddess herself.
And then I said, while dressed as a JoJo character, you have to tell her, who is dressed like Sakura, that she's strong.
I mean,
no, I mean like season 1 Sakura, like Naruto Sakura. She was not.
But see, he didn't want to admit to the fact that day 1 Sakura could whoop day 1 Sasuke's ass.
I mean, day 1 Naruto put in that work. On day 1 Sasuke.
She had better chakra control.
Which didn't mean shit when you don't have ninjutsu or anything.
Well, but she was able to do stuff back then.
Sakura
and her inner mind, she's going to hit him with the fists. It's over.
I mean, the thing is, on one hand, Sakura did have better chakra control, and she was kind of a better student in Shinobi
she was
in the moment.
Smarter.
But at the same time,
better on paper,
she had a really crappy attitude. And Sasuke had to slide in there and just hit her with that 1-2 punch, like, bow, leave me alone. 2, Naruto's better than you.
You trash.
But see, the third hit was my first kiss was Naruto.
Yeah.
And then she's done.
Because the only other person he ever kissed was Sakura. Now he may have been biting on Karin, but he never kissed her.
We don't know if he ever kissed Orochimaru.
He didn't do anything to Karin. He didn't do anything to her. Well, okay.
He did penetrate her.
Well, Joe, I was gonna make that joke, man.
Too slow, fool. Too slow.
Stealing my jokes. I was gonna say penetration, but not the good kind.
So, Joe, have you ever seen Rock Lee and Friends? I think I showed that to you, right?
You and Devon have shown me different clips of it. I have not watched it.
It's hilarious. It is so good.
No, I fully agree that it is. It looks very funny. I, for whatever reason, have not gotten around to it.
Because me and Ungrateful, we were talking about like One Piece stuff, and we were saying how Garp should get his own series, like how, or not necessarily a series, but like a novel, kind of like how
Itachi has his.
Right.
To like learn about like all the stuff that led up to Garp.
Garp has like his own like actual anime.
See, it'll
transition.
Garp
but you can't do that until the end of the show.
Give me more Garp.
But you won't be able to do it to the end because you know all the.
Word. So 30 years from now, when One Piece ends, stole your joke.
But no, it's seriously, it's like the most. Fuck all the other admirals and all, because okay, whatever. This motherfucker right here has too many people afraid of him that bows down to him.
He's literally he's the most famous Marine, is he not?
Yeah,
he is the hero of the last Great War, well, the previous Great War.
And how in the hell that you alone take out the baddest pirate crew that had both Kaido and Big Mom in it? Like, you straight up destroyed them,
and they were beasts even back then.
So. Who the fuck is Garp? Because I need more.
Why'd you come to find out that old guy Kong, the previous fleet admiral before Sengoku, watch him be like Garp's dad?
He's another one too, because he also be like, yo, I don't give a fuck what y'all doing. I'm about to do my own thing.
He doesn't have to do anything.
I mean, when you're that potent.
And I mean, how do your veins have muscles? Like, have you looked at that guy? Like, his veins be flexing.
He's a beast.
I was watching some cosplay videos for the 2018 season of cons, and I saw someone do a really good katakuri. A really good katakuri.
There have been a lot of people coming out doing katakuri.
Where now I'm like, see, now I have to get in shape and do Snake Man Luffy now. I have to.
Right. You do got the hair for it.
I know. That's what I was thinking about. I would need beeswax to keep it up, though. My hair is too heavy.
I'm still saying that if we ever do go to San Diego Comic-Con, I'm actually going to get the wig and I'm going to properly shape it up so I can do a full Kenpachi cosplay.
Yep.
I will actually, shave all this off. I will get nice and smooth.
I told Joe the other day though, he'd be a good like human version of Komamura. Because remember when Komamura became human? In the last part of the manga, he struck a deal with his family's bullshit.
Well, no, it's the thing that they're able to do. It's like a last resort type thing.
Yeah.
But then after that, they become a fox forever. Like they can't revert back. Spoilers alert! Sorry about that.
See, what you need to do, Joe.
Bleach has been done for a while.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't really give a fuck about
it.
A lot of people don't even know because the anime didn't go that far.
Yeah. What you need to do, Joe, you need to go as Ryder so I can go as Gilgamesh.
If I ever get the abs, I will do it.
Oh! No, we gotta work them out, y'all.
Wow.
But remember we were in the store. You're talking about Fallout 76.
Yeah.
Was that the one that they're getting like either bags or they're getting like liquor or something, or was it both?
It was both. The thing is, they had the bags for the pre-orders. They were supposed to be really nice canvas bags, but then Bethesda
fucked up.
And they were sneaky. Okay,
they were shitty bags, and then
completely shady, and decided they were gonna give people plastic bags.
And then they had the other
or vinyl, I think it was.
Yeah, and then they had another offer or sale or something like that where they actually gave those people the bags that the other people were promised.
Yeah, they gave influencers and people.
I thought it was raining.
Oh shit!
It is.
Yo, lightning brings the bitch out of me. I don't know about anybody else.
Oh, that Gabriel Iglesias?
But like
plane dropped it.
Word.
But the reason I was asking, because Grand Blue Fantasy, I believe it was a cell phone game that became an anime. They're coming out with a fighting game, and their fighting game, I think it's a fighting game, they're getting leather bags, and they actually look kind of decent, and it made me laugh when you were saying how the Fallout 76 bags were trash.
That's hilarious.
So they're getting one for like each of their characters, and I'm like, that is hilarious.
Apparently, Grand Blue Fantasy is like a really big deal in Japan.
See,
we think Final Fantasy is a big deal here.
It's interesting because I never knew it was a cell phone game. I watched the anime.
Fantasy is a big deal, like everywhere. Though.
Yeah,
I mean, like it kind of is, but like Grand Blue Fantasy is.
It is real big though.
Yeah.
But I watched the anime and then I was like, this is cool. Remember the anime I told you where in the last episode they introduced like 12 new characters that were all ridiculous. And then there's that anime. They're fighting a final boss. They're losing. 10 new characters show up, put in work. And then it's like, hey, season's over. It's like, why would you know? You gotta one person, like this girl, can turn into flower petals and slice people up.
So the first season of that was basically the second season of Dragon Drive.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
They shift to another kid, but then the old people from the first season come back, and you're just like, what the fuck?
It was great, dude.
But if you have no context, you're just like, who are these people?
Right.
Who are these people?
Oh, and speaking of cell phone games, Sengoku Bazaar is getting a cell phone game.
Is it really?
Yeah, because I know you used to like playing Sengoku Bazaar.
They're never
and
stop.
They haven't made a console game in a while. So I was like, hey, cell phone game. Let me tell Ungrateful Ninja because he loves some Sengoku Bazaar.
I'm never going to play a cell phone game like that, though. Cell phone games are garbage. I hate them.
Well, you say that now, but Dead by Daylight is getting theirs. So are you going to, hop on that?
Fuck no.
No.
Did you not just hear what I said?
Wait. Why won't you get Dead by Daylight?
Because he's scared of his own shadow, so.
No. Because Dead by Daylight is... I've played Dead by Daylight, and it gets boring to me after a while. It's like...
Shit.
Oh, said it's too easy. Said y'all trash.
Adding Joe
Wow.
right now.
No, I just...
Out here playing like soccer.
After a while,
Joe's trying to
if you
contain his rage.
if you play as like the humans, it's like, okay, I gotta run around and not get caught. But once they see you,
that's because you never played with Joe. Play with Joe; it'll be entertaining.
That's why you don't get seen.
Well, excuse me.
You say motherfucker that's like, I don't want to play hide and seek no more, guys. Like, why? Because you bad at it.
Yeah, that's
they keep fighting me. It's not fair.
It's hide and seek, and it's the thing is, it's interesting for like the people that they have in the game for the actual monsters, but for the humans, it's just like,
so you're the
go over to this place where we know you're going to be.
Well, there's like 9
do the quick time. Do the
be.
quick time event properly. Don't break the generator in any way.
Does it count as quick times though? If like you're waiting for something to load, it's not the same as quick time. The skill check thing comes up, but that's
the quick time.
That's there's
the skill check.
4 quick times throughout the whole thing.
Yes, and if you fail one, I know where they are. Let me go find them now.
It's not heavy rain. It's not like, I gotta do the quick times to do the whole thing.
But is like heavy rain?
Because you can fail those and still get it done. I've seen Joe fail.
Yeah, you can still fail it.
Done.
I mean, yeah, you can still fail it, but you fail and it's like, oh, well, there they are. Let me just come over here.
Oh, is that what happens when you fail? The killer knows where you are?
Yeah. It gives a sound notification and then the killer. When you ever see you play the killer, you get the little boom noise. That's what they either did a fast action. They either did a fast action or they failed something. For me, he's seen me play Survivor and how animated I get with it.
Animated? Is that what you call swearing at the TV while your legs are flailing around?
Yeah, that's pretty animated.
Well, it's more than just swearing, though.
I don't feel bad. I've said things that I should not say.
Saying things that
while
are
playing video games.
This is the reason why he wants me to have a Twitch account because he saw how I played Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, just play that.
Oh god,
you could be more famous than that British dude. Remember that one time that he had a meltdown and he was saying fuck and shit and all that stuff? That could be you every day.
I've been praying that if you want to, play sometime, hit a brother up. Maybe, I don't know.
He's like, get on a computer and maybe I will.
Like,
about that.
It's not even stuff like Call of Duty or Paladins or Smite that does it for me. It's those games you don't expect that just piss you off and then you just say something completely stupid.
Oh, you mean like Red Steel 2 that pisses me off?
That's so great.
Oh my god.
It amuses me to no end.
And I don't like being that person who's like, oh, it's the game's fault I lost. Oh, no, I'll blame it on my skills if it's my fault. If I can see it's my fault.
Yeah.
But like when I'm swinging the Wiimote and I don't get an attack, it's like, what the fuck?
It was one of the.
When I'm holding it this way and it's holding it to the with the sword pointing to the left and I'm pointing it to the right.
Was Red Steel 2 one of the first or the first for?
Literally the first game for Wii Motion Plus. The Wii Motion Plus came with the game. The extra little thing to add on to regular Wiimote.
Oh yeah, that's
right. So it's hilarious. He screams and yells, and I crack up.
Yeah.
I try to give moral support, but I mean, there's only so much you can do.
I don't got moral support.
Legend of K. It's like this.
He says he's going to give more support to people, but he never does because then he talks shit about me on Monster Hunter.
Wait, when the fuck do I... Nigga, you were wearing Xenochiva armor to fight fucking Cole! I helped this motherfucker get the rest of his Emperor Nuggets yesterday. I'm sitting there like, why am I dying like this? I know I'm like, but I'm not that bad. Jesus Christ. Come to find out, I didn't, because I was just wearing what he wore. I didn't want to fuck up his settings too much. And then I'm like, this nigga is wearing armor that is -3 to a fucking monster that can turn the floor into lava. What are you doing?
But here is the funny part about this. I don't die that often, if at all, when we're running cold. Now,
you want to walk that back and remember yesterday morning when you were dying every other fucking game?
No, that was
you were screaming every.
That was Shadow, because Shadow was.
You died twice in one game. I was like,
that was Shadow.
At the same time as I know, like sometimes this thing just fucks with people. I was also like, okay, Joe, what are you doing? I'm trying to help y'all and help myself, but I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
No, because the first time was I got corner trapped when she ran and did a little lava floor thing. Which that got me and somebody else.
That's what you gotta do.
Doing the lava floor thing to the back for some reason. I'm like, because normally when Cole does the lava floor thing, it does it forward, or it does it or it's just one area in front of it. It started doing the lava thing where it's like it's facing forward.
Was it regular or arc?
It was arc temper.
Arc has a little extra stuff,
but I've never seen it do that.
Yeah, but it's never.
I've never seen it do that before. Because I've seen it do the thing where it turns its head and it goes back along its side. But I've never seen it face forward and then the thing goes back. Because it's like, normally it's protecting its own body. Yeah. So you go to the back. It was doing, I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? I'm at the hind leg and it's still coming to me. And I'm like, I look up, its head is facing that way. I'm like, so you're going to burn your own dick?
Yeah, pretty much.
You're going to burn your own dick? You hate me that bad? That shit happened twice. And I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Just reminded me, speaking of Monster Hunter.
No.
Guess what I found out? Monster Hunter Frontier is shutting down. Yeah, Monster Hunter Frontier, the Super Monster Hunter game that never came to America. So sad. Started back in 2007. It's finally shutting down December 2019.
Servers are coming down?
Yeah. So I wonder, are they going to bring Tonfa to World?
They fucking need to.
Monster Hunter
goddamn Tonfa.
Frontier is ridiculous.
Tonfa would basically be the blunt version of
Duels.
Blades.
No, I remember you were talking about you.
Oh, I thought that was. I thought they went and named a monster Tonfa. I'm like, oh.
And what's crazy, Joe, is Tonfa can like knock back attacks. So like, Rathalos shoots a fireball at you, you can punch it back at the Rathalos, which is freaking wonderful.
That's probably the reason why they don't want to have that in there, because they're like, you know what, we give them too many things.
So they'll give it to their fucking Japanese people. Like, stop.
Yep. I believe.
Let's not get racist like that, okay, sir? Don't forget that I'm 15%.
No, you know what's racist? You know what's racist? Keeping all the good shit for yourself.
That's what agents do. They don't keep the good shit.
I mean, that's kind of what everybody does, but
Oh, and for you,
but they're keeping food. Things I want, and now I know. Yeah, I know, right?
For you on Timely Death
with their Chinese food that they're not even eating.
Exactly.
Remember I told you how your Funko Pops are wired? Y'all be thinking I'm joking? They heard what you've been saying, and they've been listening. You know how you were asking about whether or not Monster Hunter quest scale, depending on how many people are in the quest? They're doing that now.
Yeah.
Why are you...
They're doing that now.
I told y'all that other thing, and then I said stop saying that shit, because they can hear us in the chat.
So basically...
And now they're making it harder!
In Iceborne, how they're going to do it is...
Because originally it was supposed to be like you have one person, you have the solo version. Before it was the offline monster, then it was the online solo monster.
Yep.
Then it's the if
multiplayer.
You have 2 or however many people.
It was always it's times 4.
Right. But then you have now you're gonna have if you have 3 people, it scales to 3.
Yeah.
If you have 4 people, it scales to 4. If you have 2 people, it scales to 2.
Also, what they're adding in now is if people drop out the quest, it'll scale back down.
Yep. Thank you, dear God.
So for all y'all bums out there.
I don't even
can't handle
play Monster Hunter like that.
Is it gonna do that?
But that pisses me off so much. I'm just like,
I don't know the specifics yet.
And then they leave, and I'm just like, well, thanks, fuckface. Thank you.
All that means is that you got a challenge now.
No, that's horrible. Okay, I was already having problems before, so I put up the flare so I could get help, and then they come in and then they leave.
It's one thing where it's like that, but then it'll be where I'm fighting Teostra, and then someone will come in. And it's like, he was about to die. Now he's not. I don't have that much time left because this was only a 25-minute thing. And I was doing a lot to cut his tail off and break his horns and all those other things. It's like, shit, okay.
Joe likes to give monsters the full treatment. But, I just kill them. I don't really care.
Yeah, I'm a mean son of a bitch when it comes to Elder Dragons. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get that gem one way or another. But now it's like I can't get it no matter what I do. I cut the tail, I break the horns,
you can,
I break the wings, I break the back.
If you want to do it the easy way, you can trade in your tickets.
Yeah, do your weeklies. Elder Melder lady.
You're talking about for the research stuff?
No, for
the
actually yes.
Well,
it's at the end of the bounty.
You know when you
I do that.
Yeah, when you do all 3 of them, they give you a golden wyvern ticket. If you talk to the elder, whichever way, you can make decorations, but you can also trade those tickets in for rare parts, and those rare parts include all the gems.
Yep.
I've never been.
Isn't there kind of
wow?
Don't you? Are you sure?
Because you see me going and trying to see what I can get for materials, so I can get the charms and all that stuff. Because I've been trying to get the earplugs and everything.
Yeah.
Sometimes
never had that happen, and I do the weekly.
Well, you gotta talk to someone else. So after you do all the weeklies, there's always that 4th one, which congratulations, you did all the weeklies, and they'll give you the golden ticket. If you go 2 stalls to the right, there's this lady. On top of the pot.
He's gone.
Yeah, that's her. But
he literally seen me going.
So it doesn't pop up for you?
No, never.
All right,
it's never popped up for me.
This is almost like the affinity booster thing, though. There might be a thing that you didn't do back in the day. Because what happened with me, the reason I never got the affinity booster is because I did all of the quests in the quest line except for the very last one. And then what must have happened was another quest line got in the way of the person I was supposed to talk to get the last quest for that, and then the
so it just delayed
their head or the exclamation mark. So that not even delayed, it just wasn't there anymore. So I went back, did the second to last quest. I'm like, I've done all these quests, why don't I have it? I did the second to last one. The thing popped back up. It was in the research center, which is where I never go there. And then did the last quest, got it.
Okay.
So it might be a thing where you maybe
check again today, and we'll see. But that's
shit's weird.
Yeah.
I have all of them. I even have the Call of Glimstone on there.
I check mine.
That's the good part about if you just do all your weeklies, even if you don't do other stuff. When they come out with new monsters that have gems, I don't feel like running it. Just buy the gems.
Remember when I was running Gen Maran constantly because of I was trying to get the special switch axe for that, and I had to get a. So basically, remember the thing I told you about with the sand boat thing?
Yeah.
There's one monster that you have to special fight in the sand boat called Gen Maran from Tri. I kept trying to fight that thing constantly because I was trying to get this nice ass switch axe that had 1,000 damage and water damage and all this other shit. It was mad good. Took mad fucking long. It was annoying as fuck. I got it, and then the game ends. They took the servers off I want to say 2013, May, March.
We gotta just party up and do it. Just
maybe if you
says the person who
you stop being a recluse and give us your fucking information. Not now.
You guys have my information.
I don't.
Well, see, the thing is, he's never on Monster Hunter.
Right.
That's the thing.
Like, I'll jump in every now and again, and I'm like,
he'll be on. He just isn't on Monster Hunter.
I'll find you later because after we're done with this.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta do. What's his face? Tiastra, the big fire.
Yeah.
Have you done?
Gryffindor thing.
Behemoth is up right now.
It is.
Yeah.
See, I still have to do Behemoth because
I have to do it too.
When it first came out, I can get no one to join
when
the
it first
party.
came out, I wasn't
nobody could do Behemoth. Like, people would just jump into the quest and you just.
Yeah, Behemoth is really.
Everyone.
Behemoth is like Arc Temper tier.
Yeah, but it's also the fact that you can get. You got more lives to die, which I think is nice that they actually did.
They have
that.
Yeah, but the mechanics for that fight are crazy.
You just have to have one person have an aggro, and he's going to go after that person. Everybody else just attacks it because it's not going to.
Yeah, because
a proper RPG.
So basically, like how the Pookie when I'm doing that for the Witcher thing, and how I'm attacking all the fucking jaguars and everything, and they're like, "Yeah, I don't see you right now because we want to kill this."
Can we talk for a second about how Shadow's haircut, hairstyle? Correct me on that. His hairstyle. Yeah, he looks like Gerald. The way it's the way it comes down and then it's got the little like ponytail on top of the like nigga, you look like Gerald. He's like, you said I look like an old white man. I'm like, I mean, no, but like,
I mean,
are you the same way Sarah looks like Sokka when she has her hair back like that?
The hunter, yeah.
It's like, is that a problem? Like,
it's not a problem.
That means you got privilege now.
He just doesn't like that character because he had to play. He was forced to play as him in Monster Hunter. He's also never played Witcher, so I'm like,
for me,
I never finished that stuff.
The beard and all stuff, it makes me think of Samuel L. Jackson.
He looks like a Samuel L. Jackson character that like fused with a video game character. It's very weird, but it's also really cool.
I just want to hear him say, motherfucker a lot now. Whenever
he made that like face to you yesterday when we were watching Stranger Things, and I was like, yo, I need that on a shirt.
Because that's literally, he has his looks that portray certain things, and that is his nigga. What?
Yeah,
that's that look.
Funny. I need, and you know what else I need? I need a fucking bat signal for
JT.
For JT. Anytime I think of a shirt, I'm just like, just run to the roof and just turn it on. And he'll see it and he'll be like, Justin's got an idea for a shirt.
Sketch it out.
Also, just to let you guys know this, since he also brought this up, yes, we do have a friend who makes t-shirts. So if you want something, why don't you contact us? We'll give you his contacts, and he'll make a shirt for you. It's good quality.
Or just search Dragon Feathers.
He also makes custom mouse pads. Also,
go through us because we're not making anything.
No, for the views.
We're just gonna tell.
They need the views.
Well, Joe, they need to listen to it to hear.
They're gonna tell
them where the fuck Joe.
They're gonna have them come through.
Joe,
don't deny the logic.
Oh, it just reminded me. Speaking of The Witcher, Witcher 3 is getting ported to the Switch.
Yeah,
I heard of it.
So now you can waste time playing The Witcher in the car, in the subway, on the bus, in front of a hobo.
All I can think about when you were doing that is
Justin Bieber on the bus.
Oh.
Yo, we had mad celebrities on the bus.
Tom Haverford from Parks and Rec, but okay.
Just
dude dressed like Justin Bieber on the bus. I was like, yo.
No, like seriously, this white boy was like
bumping his track
He was everything that you can call a wigger. This was this boy here, and then he had like the Justin Bieber tattoos, and he took his hat off and was like, oh. You're white in front of your parents. I could really see that you were so white in front of your parents given that hairstyle.
He reminded me of Winter Soldier's little brother. Zach, I love you. You about to be a daddy, you need to stop doing all that wicked shit.
Trying to fight people in parking lots.
Then he had cracked out Britney Spears.
Cracked out Britney Spears, yes.
He had John Goodman.
Jinx, no backsies, no pending taxis. And you had, I don't know, Sanaa Lathan.
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. You read the book.
How to Get Away with Taxes.
That sounds like something Wesley Snipes would do on a bus. Would be read a book.
Yeah, he's taking a bus because they took all his money. IRS is like,
all that blade money.
I did want to bring something up because we're talking about Wesley Snipes now. Oh boy. Because of the video that we were watching. Oh boy.
When he tried to pitch Black Panther all those years ago?
About
how
Bruce Lee.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the other thing. A while back we watched a thing on like how Blade saved
comic book movies.
Yeah.
People don't give Blade that credit.
Well,
Blade was one of the
when those movies came out, people didn't even know Blade was Marvel though.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it either. But
that's because you're whack.
That's what
we still accept you.
But see, because people will give, and I don't get me wrong, I will give a lot of credit to Spider-Man. Spider-Man is what really saved it.
Spider-Man got people who knew this is a comic book movie. I'm watching a comic book movie. Let's go.
Yeah, people didn't even know Blade was comic book.
But
they were
Blade
paying attention.
Is what kept them alive in order for them to even be able to do.
Yeah, because that was during the 90s. Okay, guys, story time. Comic book
history. Because
you had a bunch of people who basically throughout the 70s, 80s, or actually even further back than that, did not know the value of comics. You could walk up to, you basically would get swindled at a pawn shop because they'd be like, oh, that comic, that's worth $50. Oh, that comic, that's worth $10, and it's actually worth $1,000. So then in the 80s or 90s, there came out it was a guide that essentially told you every single thing about, like, what a comic was worth.
Like an almanac?
An almanac, basically, that could tell you everything that a comic was worth. Like, so there was now a set price, and people could not fuck with you, because if they did, you could say, look at this shit, and they're like, fuck, now I know it's worth.
So you're saying there's a Kelly Blue Book for comic books?
Literally, yes. So basically what ended up happening was people were like... But better. People were like, okay, so comic books are worth shit. I'm going to buy a bunch of comic books and store them away somewhere because that could pay for my kids' college.
Oh, the speculator boom of the 90s? Yeah,
people started buying comics so much, and comics were like, oh shit, people want our shit. Started making more and more and more, then they became fucking worthless. And then that started the comic bust in the 90s. And then they started selling IPs to make movies and shit because not everybody was lucky enough, like DC, to get picked up by Warner Brothers. Marvel still had not met Disney, even though they had, seen each other in the same circles.
Because they started leasing out characters.
They started leasing out
and
characters.
And that's how Marvel was staying afloat, because they were letting people...
Exactly. That's why X-Men and all these other motherfuckers are owned by Fox. That's why Spider-Man is still kind of owned by Sony.
That's how Static Shock is with DC. Because Static Shock is still Dakota Comics, I believe.
Yeah,
and Icon and...
DC, enveloped them and pulled them in.
But he's still not 100% though.
Yeah, it's kind of like
weird. Their situation is weird.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
it's like the early days of Captain Marvel when they took it from Fawcett City.
Fawcett
Comics.
That was rough though.
That was some fuck shit.
Yeah.
You made a better version of our character, so we're gonna hit you with lawsuits until your fucking company dies, and then we can take your character and then treat him like the redheaded stepchild. He lives under the fucking stairs. Captain Marvel lives under the stairs. He was able to.
He's the Harry Potter.
Whoa! Hold up! I thought Captain Marvel was dead.
Currently in comics.
Shazam! Captain Marvel.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry. I'm thinking of Marvel. Shut up! Like Marvel Captain Marvel.
I got you.
Like Marvel Captain Marvel. Didn't he die from cancer?
Yes, that Marvel died from cancer in the 60s.
Okay,
and Monica Rambeau became
I'm
Captain
glad
Marvel.
You actually said the name properly.
Marvel, sorry.
Well, yeah, OG is Marvel.
And then Carol Danvers didn't become Captain Marvel. She was Miss Marvel in the 80s, 70s when she got her powers because some bullshit happened. And then
later on,
she didn't become Captain Marvel until 2012.
Yep, which makes her the fastest character to get a live action movie, I think.
Under her new title, yeah, probably.
Because before her was Deadpool, because Deadpool's only been around.
Deadpool's only been around since 2006.
Yeah.
I thought it was early 2000s.
Yeah,
possibly early 2000s.
But yeah, he hasn't been around that long, and he already got 2 movies.
Wait. Wasn't Deadpool around since the 90s? Because he was supposed to play.
I thought he was the 90s.
He was supposed to play foil to. Well, he worked the best with Cable, because Cable was all dark and broody, and Deadpool's like, you fucking clown.
I want to say possibly late 90s.
Yeah,
mid to late 90s. Because Cable's origin story is weird as fuck. But
yeah.
Cable
So
was like 90s.
I think Carol Danvers Captain Marvel was the fastest creation character to movie, and then before that was Deadpool, and before that I don't even know because everyone else has been out for forever.
In terms of creation, though, I mean she's been around for a dumb long time.
Well, I mean, but I'm talking about as Captain Marvel,
as that title, yeah,
right.
I guess
in 1991.
Okay, yeah, so he is 90s, yeah.
Cable is one of those characters you can fucking date because like you look at his aesthetic and all that shit, there's like hardcore grunge shit. It's like he's a 90s character. He's definitely a 90s character. At the very least, like mid to late 80s. Like that's what I was thinking when Jeremy said the Onslaught Saga. I was like, Onslaught is the most like you can date that shit. You're like, if you pick up the Onslaught Saga now, you would be like, oh shit. Well, this is from the 90s. Everything's extreme. It's so hardcore. Shoot someone in the face.
But to what I was
back to what you were saying.
Because they're talking about Bruce Lee and him being a competent fighter if he would be in MMA now, and you having, I would say, probably as much, if not more, knowledge when it comes to like MMA stuff. Mm-hmm. How do you think Bruce Lee would fare?
See, my only problem with answering that question is I've seen Bruce Lee as a striker. I haven't seen any of his like
grapples.
Yeah, like because I know a lot about Bruce Lee and his like legacy, but I haven't seen a lot of his material.
Now, I would say,
like in all honesty, like I know this is terrible as someone who likes martial arts movies, but I've probably only seen 3 Bruce Lee movies.
In terms of his fighting though, like
in terms of power and speed, he's way up there. That's no brainer.
Yeah, but see, for me, when it comes to him and the power, I put him like Manny Pacquiao, where he's really small.
Yeah.
But for how hard he hits,
that's why I say he's up there because
hit him say that he hits like a. Who he has hit said he hit like.
So like in his weight class.
Boy, what was his name?
Not Joe Louis.
The Ray Lewis?
Yeah, the kickboxer.
He said he got punched by him, and he's like, no, yeah, he punched like a heavyweight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so for his weight class, in terms of striking, he would dominate. But I don't know what his grapple game is.
His grapple game's actually pretty good, though.
So I don't know that. That's what I'm saying.
With, like,
he was taught by Gene LaBelle. And we all know the bear, Gene. If you don't know who Gene is, y'all fucking up. You need to go look him up.
How do you spell his name? Just because I don't know how to spell his name. So
there's also like 3 ways to spell bear.
3 different kinds of bears you could be getting.
Yeah.
Label. I think it might be LL, but Gene, GENE. Well, it's still going.
Nature's trying to get in this podcast.
But
Thor has been angry.
And whatever Gene says, I take for full account for what he says, and also when it comes to Chuck Norris, because they were both trained at the same time by him. He said he was very competent when it comes down to it, but he was never. Gene is someone who's only going to say good things about people. He won't say anything bad, but he was too vague with how he was saying for Bruce. That's why I'm like saying I'm not so sure if he was.
Well, that's the tricky part about critiquing people.
Dead, so you don't really want to talk shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This was before.
It's also tricky critiquing people when it comes to martial arts or fighting in general because there's a lot of like, oh, you talking junk? Like, no, I'm giving an honest opinion.
There's definitely been people who are like, yo, that motherfucker, he should be able to fight anybody. He's a beast. His groundwork's good. His upgame's good. His this and 30 strikes are solid. And then that guy loses, and then you're like, oh shit.
And then like
people like a garbage person you're like shitting on before.
But then also, when it comes to fighting, one good hit can change the fight. Though.
Yeah.
That's why it's for what you were just saying is tricky. But for what you're saying, Untimely, I haven't seen his grappling and ground game. So if he stays standing, he'll work anybody.
They said that he would be more like Conor McGregor, where he would try to stop himself from getting to the ground.
Yeah. That's also what I was saying with Gene Bell was saying. That's why I'm not so sure with his ground game.
Yeah. Like, he is pretty good at like standing holds because remember.
Yeah, like if he's giving people like Muay Thai knees and stuff, no doubt he'll work.
And he knows Muay Thai.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No doubt he'll work you, but I haven't seen him on the ground.
And he's good at sparring too. Which is
so I honestly don't know. I don't know how he's with submissions. Like I said, I don't know. I feel like in his weight division, because how heavy was he? He wasn't that heavy.
They said 135. He could be anywhere from
130, 150.
So
they said he could go as low as like 125, I think, or something.
But they got rid of that weight class.
Yeah. So let's say he's going 140. Let's just say 140.
Yeah.
At 140, he's going to dominate. But if one person takes him down, like, and really keeps it on the ground, I don't know, because I don't know what his submission game is. I don't know what his like grapple. I know he can grapple. I don't know where he is though. So in terms of like competence, I would say he'll be competent, but I don't have enough information.
He's probably middle of the road with grapple.
Like because there's
also then you also have someone like Chuck Norris who straight up said, you have to realize the fact that he wasn't a fighter, or he was never in competitions, stuff like that either.
Yeah.
And Bruce, I will put more so as a street fighter.
Mm-hmm.
So put someone. Now, don't get me wrong. The person I'm about to say, I fully believe Bruce will fuck him up, but this is the only one that people really know. But you have someone like Kimbo Slice, who was only known for street fights and all that shit. And he was watching people. And he was watching people there.
MMA.
Well, that's because
he got the MMA.
That's what I was saying. Because like Kimbo, he has no ground game, no submissions, no grappling, but he hits stupid hard.
Got rested dead.
Yeah.
He's gonna come back and be like, "Oh wow, man, you told the truth about me. I don't like that," and then beat us all to death or something.
Eric just out here for you.
Yeah, damn right.
I'm sipping tea in your hood, nigga.
Obviously, Neko is the Ouija board bandit, Ouija board warrior. He come at me, bro.
I mean, like,
throw some salt on you.
I mean, first of all, if he comes back, he's gonna be like, "Oh, okay, well, that's pretty cool. Now I know people can come back." And then
you coming back at me? I'll watch Supernatural. I know what to do.
Can't come across this salt line.
We're Black Mountain Ash, but back to
Goof of dust.
Back to if he be competent, I feel like he would, but honestly, I don't know what his ground game is. I don't know what his grappling is. Obviously, if you tie him up, he can handle himself. But once he gets taken, if he's getting taken down, I honestly don't know.
Also, if he's at that weight class, remember that was the weight class that they said that he went up to like around 140, 150 because he was muscled out, and then he was like, I feel like it's sacrificing my speed. So if he's back down, like
if he's
in 135,
he was also doing very dangerous things at being that low in weight, because and I don't think people realize the fact that they do need the body fat so they don't get sick.
Yeah.
So health stuff there, people. Low body fat is actually pretty bad for you. That's how you keep getting sick.
Tell that to Nick, who
I think
he has less than 4% body fat.
I think Terry Crews is at 5% right now, 5 or 10.
He never gets sick. His metabolism is broken. But he's also
there was a thing about Terry Crews. I think he's 40 or 50 now, and there was 50 with only 5% body fat. Terry Crews, blah blah blah. I didn't watch it. It's interesting, but it's watching anime right now. But
it's more interesting.
Yeah, but I think he's in the single digits.
He had a lot of issues with getting sick too. I mean, it's not like you're gonna get in the hospital sick, but you're gonna constantly, I say you can't keep getting colds, as you want to get the flus and all that stuff.
What does body fat do for your immune system?
That's where your body gets its nourishment to even have the energy to fight the bacteria that gets in there. So if you have no reserves at all for your body to go to when it's trying to fight this, whatever it's trying to attack you.
I just thought something terrible.
I'm gonna call bullshit because I get sick and I'm very fat. No, I'm kidding. That's not a.
But see,
that does make sense though, because remember I told you last time I was 260 something was when I was wrestling 285 and I got sick, and then for some reason I lost 20 pounds because I was sick. And it's your body.
But yeah, that's your body using up.
Just let people sneeze on you, you would just drop that weight.
But no, that's why when people get sick, like very seriously sick, they lose the weight because now your body is eating away at the fat. Okay, now we need to use this stuff that we put in store.
Reserve chakra, go.
So if someone says, "Oh, I have 0% body fat," it's you're going to be fucked if you ever get sick. Case in point, and what they always with Parks and Recreation. Rob Lowe, Chris Traeger, his body's a microchip.
That one dude looked like a broke ass Rob Lowe last night. The mayor from Stranger Things looks like a broke ass Rob Lowe.
Damn. But like he said, because he doesn't have any fat, if he gets sick, you're going to go into the hospital because your body can't fight it. But yeah, no. And even Michael J. White talked about that as well too, where when he got really cut for, I think it was Spawn, he was either 5% or 4% body fat and kept getting sick. And that was the reason why.
Especially if your body's not used to it too. Because I think the reason that Nick doesn't get sick is because despite the fact that he's lower than 4% body fat, he's also white. And one of the for real though, he is specifically the type of white people who lived in Europe, who lived on top of each other, lived on all that disease and nasty shit, and survived through it. So they're like their immune systems are broken.
I mean, bubonic plague and all
exactly.
that shit.
You're if you're one of the families that survived that shit, you have broken immunity. Like it's nasty. Yeah.
But
just throwing shit out the window.
And I got in trouble to go back with Bruce Lee. I got in trouble for a post I put up on Facebook where I said, I love him and everything that he did for martial arts, and especially for the fact that someone like me was even able to learn. Because for him, no one outside
here is teaching white people. That's what he got in a lot of fights for.
Yeah, because
he got more trouble for teaching black people than white people.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because for a long time it was like, hey, we only teach our people, we don't teach outsiders. So exactly. he brought it to the world basically.
Yeah, but why do you get in more trouble for teaching black people? What the fuck?
Because we're black.
The fuck, Asia?
Well, okay, well,
I mean, you saw what happened to Bob Makihara in Tenno Tenge.
Speaking of black people, Yasuke, I'm here for that movie.
Oh, yeah.
That shit's gonna be good.
Yeah. I mean,
all the cosplay really next year is going to be Black Panther Yasuke.
It's really weird at the fact that they get upset that he was teaching black people.
Somebody's going to be wearing a Black Panther helmet with fucking Yasuke shit. I'm here with that.
Especially because the Africans were the ones who taught Chinese and Japanese people martial arts.
I mean, we taught the world everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much. They're like, oh, fucking India's had like geometry and shit for dumb long, and like Euclid and this, that, and third, and fucking Greece and everything with mathematics, and it's like, yeah, they learned from black people.
Yeah, that can't.
And soap.
Now the thing that sucks is that the thing that sucks is today we have no way to prove it because it's like, well,
they have it.
They have a lot of it, but you burned a lot of the other stuff too, and
because how do you conquer a full
let
nation?
these
You
fucking
get rid of their history.
darkies know they've taught us shit.
Right.
We learned all this shit. Somebody was saying. Because I listened to this one podcast,
white
he was
people
saying
didn't do it doesn't mean aliens.
Word. They were talking about cultural appropriation. Dude was like, oh, so everybody appropriated like math from white people. I'm like, or everybody appropriated like shoes from white people. I'm like,
easy there, buddy.
Okay, shoes, shirts. There's a buttload of stuff that like, if you look back, every single like since the dawn of time, everybody had their version of a shoe or a shirt or. Maybe not glasses. Your glasses are insanely European, but
yeah,
monocle.
Like, do some research.
I mean, maybe. Well, yeah, like glasses themselves, I assume, but not like the actual concept of lenses and light.
Yeah, no. But definitely the idea of the frames. It's more the frames than anything.
What was that? Somewhere in India, maybe.
India gets a lot of shit because they're right next to fucking Africa. They're the motherfuckers who've been writing shit down for the longest because the Vedic texts are like the oldest fucking written thing that they can find.
All I'm saying is we need to get into the Sphinx because it holds the secret to the world.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
We're gonna open it and then Imhotep.
You mean
you know what's gonna happen?
You mean those ancient Zoids?
Joe's gonna hate me right now. You know what's gonna happen now? We have to have our
fucking
JoJo style around the world thing to get to Egypt.
See, it was going to happen is you're going to go into the Sphinx and Dio's going to come out.
See, is that what you want? You want Dio?
You're going to wake up Dio.
Oh my god!
I said Imhotep. They're going this way, so.
See, I'm watching enough anime to know what happens when you do that. You go and you open up some landmark. You're like, oh, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna learn about history. So I'm just like, yeah, you're damn right. You're gonna learn about history.
I love when those guys died. And people are like, oh my god, it's the fucking Egyptians' curse. Like, yeah, or it's the fucking bacteria that's been like working out. In that fucking room
it actually could be worse. It could be worse than Dio. It could be Apocalypse.
Is Apocalypse worse than Dio though? Dio's like a vampire that runs around like literally freezing time. I don't think Apocalypse can freeze time.
Yeah, but Apocalypse has like celestial metal body armor.
Yeah.
on top of like a celestial baddie ship.
Magic enchanted shit is really the only thing
I still thought it was funny as how Apocalypse came back. He was decked out in all metal.
And Magneto was like, "What's up?"
Guys up. He was like, "Oh, you stupid."
Yeah, Magneto one-shotted that man.
Crunch. Yeah, that was bad.
Either you guys play Division?
No, I thought
you.
about
Look
it.
at you, nigga.
It was for Shadow. It was for Shadow.
I know, and he's not here. I told him we were gonna talk about E3 stuff, and he's just not here.
Like I literally got mad stuff for Shadow.
He's gonna get out around 7:30 and get back around 8:00.
But the reason I was asking about Division because I heard a rumor that there's going to be a Netflix Division movie, and your boy Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be in it.
Damn.
That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Oh, did Spider-Man come out already? Arnaldo said Spider-Man already came out.
Far From Home?
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, field trip.
Yeah, field trip.
I
Field trip.
think we do.
Charmander's driving.
You need to have a
Why I gotta drive? Well, I mean,
do you want him to drive your? I mean, I could drive your car, but it ain't gonna be the same.
The only one that has a car right now is my car. Inspection.
Okay.
Remember I told you
when he
drives, we fear for our lives.
That picture up on your phone, huh?
Sneaky.
Yeah, what's that picture on your phone, huh?
Yeah. It's not sneaky if you got your phone screen on like
No. I literally just C9 sneaky. I'll fucking show you guys.
Now he's trying to be loud. He's trying to be loud.
He's trying to quickly like, oh, let me look it up real quick. Like, this is what I'm looking at. You see?
No.
So I'm co-opting that term for people who are into hentai and shit.
Well, it came out a few days ago.
What? You're in the closet of hentai, but you're like holding your phone out like.
Wow.
The animal girls and the monster girls.
You refuse to just be out and proud.
Well, I
literally
just said C9 sneaky.
I don't know what that means.
C9 Cloud 9. They're a group. A player group for
what? See, he get nervous now because we all looking at him.
I'm looking at you like wow. Eric's teaching me a thing. You like this nigga. Sitting there making
but Sneaky is famous because of his cosplays. Because he cosplays the characters from League of Legends.
Pick the tape, nigga.
No, but Spider-Man came out July 2nd, so
yeah,
a few days ago. Yeah.
So yeah, the now that our other member came back from Puerto Rico safely. You know the pact.
I mean, is he the same though?
The pact must continue. It's your turn. Right?
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be bad when it gets back to us.
And I just got paid, so I'm good.
All right.
It's nice having a job, huh?
I'm just gonna stab a nigga while he's down.
Jeez,
dropping airplanes on him.
That reminds me of an old man. Was it Old Man Logan or it was Logan and it was Deadpool and it was fucking hilarious because they kept getting hit with shit because Deadpool pissed off somebody and he's like, damn it, Deadpool! He's like, damn it, Wade! I told you, bam, train. I told you, bam, airplane. I told you, bam. Don't fuck with those people or some shit like that. I was like, oh shit. Each panel they're getting hit with some. Fucking crazy.
Reminds me of an anime you guys gotta finish. Called Blood Blockade Brigade.
I need to start that over. It's been too long. We need to have.
See, we got a hater over here.
Okay,
you don't like Joe's character.
There's not enough animal girls, damn it.
No. My favorite character is what's his face?
Animal girl.
Zap.
No.
Klaus?
I'm kidding. There's no.
Yes,
animal.
Klaus is the main. Klaus.
Imagine him with red hair.
Okay, Klaus.
Fucking mutton chops.
Zap.
Red hair, glasses.
Carl is Zap. Carl is
Hobby is Zap.
No, you motherfucker. Like if I had pizza and you wanted it, you wouldn't fucking jump off a building and land on me and be like, pizza. This nigga was knocking his own friend out for food.
It's because I care.
That shit's hilarious.
Carl would just walk up, sit next to, hey buddy, and take that. just eat it. Just eat it right in your face. And it's like
Carl is Zap and his teacher Fuse.
My student's so stupid. I need to take him with me.
Yeah, I need to watch that over again because we've already gotten past the time limit.
See,
that I
you know what the best part is? You're like 2 episodes away from finishing it too.
first season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in order to watch the second season, I need to watch the whole thing.
But yeah, I got them watching Blood Blockade Brigade, and Joe already knows about Food Wars. He already knows about Food Wars, so we're gonna watch Food Wars next.
I don't know if I want to get on that ship though, because I know Food Wars got canceled by
for the manga.
Yeah,
No. They didn't get canceled. They told them.
Three chapters.
Yeah. I haven't finished. I gotta finish it also. But
Jump just handing out
it's solid watch though.
I need to wait for. I can't wait for what's his name's.
They've been doing that to get newer things.
They're trying to grasp at straws for shit. I gotta show you that one guy's thing. Super Eye Patch Wolf has a thing where he goes into the state of Shonen Jump and he does it once a year. He did it last year and the year before. That's how I found out about Dr. Stone. That's how I found out about that story I told you about where the good guy and the bad guy share the same body.
When does Dr. Stone start?
JoJo?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Oh, I already knew about JoJo.
I know I'm saying you said the good guy and bad guy share the same body. Didn't Dio take over a good guy's body?
Dio, yeah, he took the first JoJo's body. He took over Jonathan's body.
Also, you guys gotta watch Bungo no Stray Dogs because that is wonderful.
He has this look on his face like, why does the conversation keep going on every other way? Why
keep going back to JoJo.
Always goes back to JoJo.
All things start and end.
I told him because he's a Rocky. Because he loves music, he fucking loves manly shit. Look at him, he's fucking ripping out that guy. Manly as fuck.
Indeed.
I mean, exactly. I've seen him do that when he's just sitting there.
But Peg Pop of Love.
It's like, I'm so manly. No,
but JoJo is not.
That's right.
And he's a Joe.
Is JoJo that kind of manly, or is JoJo like
it's
Terry Crews?
It's not good.
Kind of like you can't say they're not manly.
Flex on them.
Yeah, but
I got some news for you, Ungrateful Ninja. You gotta get a Switch.
I already know this. You think I don't?
No More Heroes.
Yeah, I know.
Switch.
No
you
More
gotta
Heroes
get
3.
one. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get a proper No More Heroes. Okay, that's
2020.
That's
instead of that half stepping they did with like Shinobu and his brother.
Fucking
Henry,
we're gonna.
Travis
Touchdown gets sucked into cyberspace. What? No.
That was stupid.
So it's No More Heroes meets Saints Row.
Oh god, that game.
That shit was terrible. I used to watch Jeff play that.
Yeah, Shadow used to play it a lot.
Saints Row 3
and Maya.
Saints Row 3rd.
Fear my wee weapon.
Yeah,
good.
Oh, the dildo weapon?
Great.
Yeah, that was great.
I did like the dubstep gun, though. The dubstep gun was mad cool.
Especially if you upgrade it all the way. You have all these options for clothing, all these options for cars.
Nigga, I'm gonna take your hands if you
stuff. And everyone still decides that they're just gonna run around naked and beat people with the.
Drape it over the
See, I should have brought the what's the name? The microphone pole.
Oh, my question is, so Smash, they're adding more and more characters now because they, DLC, all that shit.
Yeah, everyone's calling for Keanu Reeves being there.
Why no Monster Hunter in Smash?
There is.
There was a general Monster Hunter character in one of the other fighting games.
Rathalos is in there.
Is Rathalos in there?
Yeah, you actually
have to fight the Monster Hunter character.
Character, no.
Nah.
Yeah, Monster Hunter character was in
Why no Monster Hunter? It was in it wasn't Soul.
No, it was Marvel vs.
Capcom. Yeah, and it was a Monster Hunter character. They had like the different move sets and stuff, and this and third
for different weapons.
It was good. Put it in fucking.
I mean,
one second. Nintendo did have Monster Hunter for like 5 years
How
too.
many characters do we have in Smash already? And
Nigga, are you sitting here saying we
hold
don't
up?
need
How
more?
many characters do we have in Smash?
Oh, I see how it is.
How
you
many
got
of
your
them
girl Bayonetta in there. Now you like, nah, club's full. We don't need nobody.
No, I'm saying how many characters do we have in Smash already, and how many of them would cover the stuff that you do with a Monster Hunter character anyway? I mean, it'd be nice to have them in there.
By that logic, we shouldn't have Marth and Roy in the same game, but yet they've done that twice.
Mew or Pikachu.
Your words,
and
not
Pikachu.
mine. Your words, not mine. Not that
so
I agree.
Reducing your argument to fucking stupidity.
There's 4 characters in there.
Oh, jeez. How many?
They're adding more because there's more DLC.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. But as of right now, there's 74 characters.
But why no Monster Hunter? Just put a hunter in there. Random hunter.
Actually, it would have been cool if you know how at the end of Smash games how you fight the hand, fight Xeno'jiva.
That won't go well.
No.
Well, I think it's weird the fact that you do have, like in this newest one, you have Rathalos in there. You do have to fight Rathalos, but you can't unlock it. But he is effectively in the game, and you can have as support.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if
exactly.
If they threw more of this, like, you know how for Pokemon how they have all those Pokemon come out, just have mad different Monster Hunter monsters. Because it would be great.
How would you?
I don't know how you bring them in, but it would be great if you were fighting somebody.
Legit, Pokemon fighter in the back, and he's just like, yeah.
Well, I mean, if they throw the Witcher in, the Witcher can go through different worlds, and he'd be like, hey, I'm gonna pull a Zenogre through.
That's too much mixing games. They're like, we're not.
I mean, they already mixed like 12 games with
because Witcher. So all games happen in the same multiverse, apparently.
Pretty much.
Because Witcher can just jump between a bunch of them. Because one of his characters, what's his character's name that jumps through shit?
I don't know.
The female,
the one chick, the magic chick. She jumps into different. She's in like Cyberpunk 2077 apparently.
Yeah,
or something.
Or something like that.
She's already showing up in another game.
How?
They said that a long time ago that she was going to show up in that.
Yep.
Stop.
You stop. It's the multiverse. Whenever these characters meet in these certain areas, that's like Soul Calibur. It's like Soul Calibur universe is a fucking. It's a tunnel universe that leads to other dimensions.
So I have a question. What were you about to call him?
What?
You're about to call him a totally different name.
He was gonna call me Geralt, wasn't he?
What? I can't even remember.
like you immediately stopped when you started to say the name to switch over to the
stop Geralt. Stop.
It was either started with a G or a J, and I was like,
Geralt. He was gonna call me Geralt. I knew it.
I don't know, maybe. I can't even remember.
It's the multiverse, Geralt.
You guys, you heard of Panzer the Dragon, right?
Yeah.
It might have been.
Yeah, they're doing the new one, right?
Yeah, they're making a new Panzer the Dragon.
Yes.
Which would be interesting because I used to. I knew a guy who had Sega Saturn, so I was able to play the old Panzer, and I really liked it.
Nice.
So I'm curious how this new one's going to be. How much they're going to change, how much they're going to keep the same.
Yeah,
they did.
Because it was like flying rail shooter dragon. I'm like, what?
Right, yeah,
that is wonderful.
Interesting. I don't like rail shooters though.
See, I'm not a huge fan of rail shooters, but the fact that you can fly on a dragon and then the better you do, it evolves, and it's like, so you basically gave me a Digimon that I can fly on and rain down fire. Let's do that. Like,
so basically, was it Dragon Scale or?
It was Scalebound.
Scalebound.
That would have been such a great game. Platinum, do something with it.
Are there any Pokemon that have more than 3 evolutions in a line?
No.
Nope.
No?
Well, unless you got on with the baby.
Well, even then, they still stop at 3. Because even the babies, it's like, because you thinking of like L-Kid and Magby and them, they still is because Electabuzz was the OG. Then in Gen 2, they introduced the babies with Magby.
And the old man form.
Yeah. Then the next gen, they introduced the old man form. So it's like Electabuzz or Elekid, Electabuzz, and then Electivire, Magby, Magmar. I don't remember
Magmortar.
Magmortar. I don't ever use that one, so I don't remember his name. I know.
Big ass lips for no reason. I'm just saying.
Trying to think. Jinx got a baby form. I don't think Jinx got a third form. Did she get it?
No.
I don't think she got a third form. Yeah. Snorlax got a baby, but he never got another form. But Snorlax don't need another form. He's beast already.
Yeah, right.
This man has his own Z. When they were coming out with Z moves, they were based on elements. Snorlax has his own Z move because he's a monster. That's why Brandon is Snorlax.
Which one am I again?
You're Ursaring.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah. Superman.
Oh, apparently they're making Streets of Rage 4. They're just pulling into all the old shit. They're just like, make another one.
Well, yeah, this is, the 90s all over again. Look at the movies.
Yeah, the Toy Story.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, I heard everybody's crying. Well, the actors were crying during the making of the Toy Story because of, the final one. And
didn't they cry in the third one because they thought that was the final one too?
No, that one's just dumb fucking sad. I don't care what said. If you did not cry, you're a monster.
So basically, what you're saying, if you have to test to see if someone has a soul, just watch certain movies.
Yeah.
Gotta watch Lion King, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4. If you don't cry, you're evil.
Lion King is only going to get you as a child.
Right.
Or if you grew up without a father. I see you.
I was just gonna look at me. I was about to be like, let's not do this. Let's not do this.
I see you. So apparently I'm just the biggest asshole in the world because when I watched Philadelphia, there was a scene where he was in the court and he had to show like his chest to show like the lesions and all that stuff that was going on about it because he had AIDS. And how Tom Hanks was looking, I couldn't help but to laugh. It's not a movie that you should laugh at all.
Oh, right.
There was a moment.
Okay.
There was a moment in Glory where a dude gets shot in the nuts, and I could not stop laughing in the middle of my social studies class.
Okay.
Nigga stood up on the top of a hill, shooting down at a motherfucker. Somebody stood up regular, like not on the hill, shot him right in the nuts. I was like, yo.
Okay,
me and my friend Arthur just started dying laughing. This is 8th grade fucking social studies, and she's like, yo, this movie is mad important, especially for you specifically. Glory is important.
It's like you're an asshole for that
teacher. This nigga got shot in the nuts.
You're an asshole for that teacher.
In my U.S. history class?
No.
Oh. So we were. This is how you know the teacher knew we were just degenerates.
He said he was good student till 21, till college.
Who did you have?
Mr. Dow. I love you.
Dow for the win. Huge Marvel fan.
Seriously.
Iron Man all day. He had the Iron Man cutout.
Yeah, he did. He was a great teacher.
That was good people.
Great teacher. But he knew that because we're all a bunch of comedians, we're cracking jokes no matter what. Because they had myself, Maya, Tia, Mal Kwan, all the jokesters.
These are all people these people don't know.
Exactly, but I'm talking to CJ, so he knows.
You have to talk to the people.
The people are going to hear. Listen, I just told you we're all degenerates. They know. They hear me. They hear me talking. They know.
Can we let the man tell a story?
You know, no. So we were told before we watched the movie, which was Saving Private Ryan, that if you laugh at any point during this movie,
what part 2.
I'm turning it off. We're all going to do a quiz. It was going to be an essay quiz, and I was like, you do not say that to a class like us.
Yeah, I know what part it was too.
Because now we're going to be looking for it, and we're going to laugh at it because you just told us not to. If you just showed us the movie, we would have reacted, but it wasn't going to be an outright. So now we watch it, and it's the part where the guy, gets shot in the head, and the bullet gets deflected by the helmet, and he's so shocked that he takes it off and looks at it like, oh my god, bow, right in the head immediately after.
Right.
The irony was too fucking great. We all just died. It took a second. We were all trying to hold it in.
Nobody.
I want to say it was. Oh, was it Andre Farrell? I think it was Andre who just did the, and we all.
One kid in the back of my class yelled,
"Oh shit!"
Everybody started dying laughing. It was like, oh my god.
But speaking of Mr. Farrell, had him for Miss Collins, and we had to watch The Great Gatsby, the old film one.
OG.
I should hope it wasn't the new one.
Because, I wasn't in... I was just about to say, I wasn't even in high school when that came out, so, whatever. But when What's-Your-Name got ran over, he literally got up, in tears laughing, rewound the
And the teacher just let him do that.
Basically, she got so mad. He was like, I know, let me just...
I think I know what part you're talking about. Yeah, it was great.
It was
the best part of an otherwise.
The 2009 class was just nothing but jokesters. We were just smart. We were just smart asses. We were smart asses, and we were just bad. We were just bad.
Wow.
We had a big graduating class though, so that was good.
We were getting our work done.
Yeah.
But our teachers hated us. And loved us at the same time.
That's the joy of learning, the joy of teaching.
My class was similar to that. We were the last bad class before they actually had to start enacting a bunch of rules. And stuff.
So you guys had freedom and liberties?
Pretty much, yeah. And we took advantage of those. It was pretty bad. Because the class before me was another friend of mine's class, and they were pretty bad. We were the remnants of that shit, because we were most of their younger siblings and also just assholes people. Mm-hmm. And then the next generation was just kids who weren't that bad, but then I felt bad for them. Bunch of new rules. They changed everything. That last group of kids fucked it up for
That's how you know. It's okay, that last class was just bad. They had to put in some rules.
Change the entire structure of how the school was.
At least they didn't pull a assassination classroom.
Period. We ain't doing that. Add that shit to the rest of the other shit. Add 11 minutes to all the other periods, because fuck that. We can't give these kids like 45 minutes to walk around and do another.
Lose a period?
I don't think so.
There was something weird that they did like halfway through our high school.
I had free periods and stuff because I used to do stuff in the summer. So I ended up with a bunch of free periods. That's why I used to always be in the music room with you guys. Mm-hmm. So it was like, I don't have anything to do for 2 periods. Hang out in the music room and just chill.
You got lucky. Counselors hated me. They forced me to do things. Like,
oh no, they tried, but I got like...
It always sucked because I always had orchestra in the morning, so I didn't have a free period.
How did you guys gotta get free periods? What is that?
Basically,
what's a
this
free
motherfucker overachieving.
If you were like the type of people like who I was forced to go to summer school, even though I passed everything. And now you already have the credits for stuff, so they can't make you take it again.
I did 2 summers. I did summer school to get rid of the credits that I would need. So I was just chilling like junior and senior year.
Okay, that makes sense. I had to do summer school once, and that was for health class, I think. Because apparently
they fail it, or
no, they just apparently they couldn't find time to put in our busy IB schedules.
That was another reason why I didn't want to be up there.
Yeah, see, we took high school.
Also, most of the people that were in there.
We took health in high school. We didn't have to do it over the summer.
Yo, I had a health teacher with the biggest booty. Like, that white lady shouldn't have been teaching the class. She had the biggest butt. I was like, God damn. Should you be teaching me this?
I can't pay attention. Why? Because you're booty.
The yams, though.
But yeah, no, I had orchestra, and then they gave me just stupid shit.
Orchestra always gotta be in the morning.
And I had to do more economics classes, even though I hated the freaking teacher.
See, I got lucky. I did economics and what was that other class? You know, those it was like economics and it was like the government one.
Yeah, pig and economics.
Yeah, I did both of those in the summer. That's why I remember that year I told you I was reading to children at the library and I was on my way walking home and got stopped by the cops. That was that. He's like, hey, what are you doing?
I actually used that fucking excuse. He was like, I was reading to the school children.
That's literally what I was doing. Like,
fuck that.
I think we needed like 20 hours community service. So I literally walk up to the library and I would just...
I taught kids wrestling. Like,
did they survive?
School. They learned to destroy other people. So other kids
wonderful. Survive. But yeah, for me, I did it at the local library. Literally, all I did was wake up in the morning, go to summer classes, walk to the library, chill there for 2 hours. If they needed me to put stuff away, or a kid was having trouble reading, I would read to them. And then one day, actually, I was doing my reading, finished, was walking home, and the cop just stopped me, and I'm like, okay. He's like, where are you coming from? The library, reading to children. And it was like, then they just started, looking my information up.
And you're a child, so you have nothing. Unless you're a winter soldier. But you talking about the library around the corner from your house?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. And my mom was upset about it, and my mom was like, she used to be really active in the community because all the schools are around.
She was.
So a lot of the people were coming out like, yo, is that person's son? Like, what's going on? Mad people were coming out. It was great. I had mad witnesses.
Don't mess with Sabrina's child.
Mad witnesses.
Be up in the corner like fucking the demon detective standing in the corner.
Yeah, they never made me do the community service.
Yeah,
I did so much for the school to begin with.
See, I did community service previous to that too, but it didn't count.
They usually make you do community service.
Right,
yeah. So I did stuff with American Red Cross too, but that didn't count.
Shout out to my pig teacher, because he, as a man who understood where I was going to school with all the fucking white people, he made me look up 2 things that were important to my what's name, because he grew up in the 80s where a lot of black people were getting AIDS and stuff like that. So he was like, okay, your 2 random things that you have to do a project on, AIDS and treatment of people who have different things like that and what's name. So I have to learn about that, and I also had to learn about sentence disparity, which is essentially like you get a traffic ticket in here versus you get a traffic ticket in I don't know, Alabama or some shit like that. 2 different areas, 2 different types of crime in those 2 different areas, so the sentences are going to be different. Even across towns, they're going to be different. Mm-hmm. So he made me learn about those things. So shout out to him. I'm not gonna say his name.
My peg teacher was hilarious because he used to drill people. And he used to get on this one girl because when she laughed, she sounded like a duck. So she like you know how some people how they'll laugh, then they get real deep into it and they'll like start screeching. She would like like a duck, and he would roast the fire out of her. And he knew her parents, so she would talk junk and he started talking. Oh, it was great. He used to.
Yeah, Joe.
Nah, he was from another school.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you later. But yeah, he used to roast everybody, and he was a black guy. He was an older black guy, so he was mad chill. And he was saying how at the beginning of every school year, he would put listen. He said at the beginning of every school year, he would put a $50 bill in a dictionary in his classroom and just stick it in the classroom and see if anyone ever used a dictionary. At the end of every school year, he'd always get his $50 back. And I'm like, yo, I need to start going to your classroom because he was like I think he taught like history and English, and you know you need to look stuff up. And no one would ever look anything up in his class. He was like, "Wow, this is sad. I got my money back, but this is sad." Yeah, he was a cool teacher though.
That'd be hilarious. You find that as a freshman.
I mean,
just like
I know it happened. Like,
use your
have
words.
Phones. People have computers.
Back then they didn't.
Okay, how long ago was this?
Stop hitting the table.
Junior year, I think. So that was before the boom.
2007. Yeah, they
people still had phones.
People
still had computers.
Okay, the most popular phone at that point was a Razor.
Yeah,
it was the Razor.
Razors and Sidekicks.
Razor, Sidekick,
yeah,
chocolate. But my point that there were still
also
ways.
There wasn't like heavy internet use though. Like you couldn't really do a lot.
English class, where are you going to be at a computer, and where are you going to have your phone?
History class.
This is so technological. You forgot about before technology.
I didn't forget about before technology.
That's because he had future tech. He was struggling. This man like
there were still cell phones. They literally had to take our fucking cell phones away from us.
To unplug himself from the Matrix to go to school.
What is that?
Huh? Oh,
he jacks that into his sex bot and uploads it. Sex bot propaganda.
He said, like, how do you know?
Red Hydrogen
Updates.
One. Red is a cinematography company. They do make really expensive 4K cameras.
Oh, nice.
Says the dude who's like, I don't got money right now, I'm mad broke, but he has a really expensive 4K camera.
That's why he's broke.
Well, yeah, that's part of it.
Obviously, his sex tapes haven't been selling.
Shut up.
So you've been trying.
This guy put him on Pornhub. They'll pay you for it.
Where, like, I got the new camera. You can actually see the sweat dripping down the butt cheeks.
So much with that shit because he's like, I got a library of sex porn stuff that I made about myself. Like
I don't need to know that.
Put the shit on fucking Pornhub so you can make money off it. Nah. Oh, he's always complaining about games are too easy. I'm like, go become a professional player. Nah. It's like, so all these ways that you can make money or challenge yourself, you're just like, nah.
But if he does that, then there's going to be obligations, and he's going to have to go different places and talk to different people.
You saying Puerto Rican men can't handle obligations?
No, I'm saying that. Wow, no, I'm saying Arnaldo might not.
I'm saying that Puerto Rican dad, step your game up.
Wait, no. Did you tell them your new thing was?
My theory about One Piece. The motherfuckers who complain about One Piece being too long, they're also afraid of commitment. So, ladies, if your man won't watch One Piece because it's too long,
he's got commitment. Stupendously long. It's stupendously long. Not saying that.
But I bet you watched The Simpsons, though.
Except I didn't.
You've watched Simpsons before.
A few episodes does not count as watching the whole show.
I never said watch the whole show. One Piece is still going, so you can't actually watch the whole show yet.
Sounds like commitment issues. Sounds like commitment issues.
I bet you watched quite a few episodes of Pokemon.
Actually, I don't. I don't think I did.
That's a lie.
You didn't watch the whole first season like everybody else did as a kid?
Oh wait, remember he didn't have a childhood.
Wow.
Yeah.
Remember he couldn't watch Saturday morning cartoons and stuff?
I thought that was Jason.
I thought that was him.
Jason said his mom wouldn't let him even watch like Power Rangers.
That was him too.
No, I watched some of Power Rangers.
You remember Jason? My roommate Jason, like from my first year. Coding. I think you met him. Him and Nick Kalut were always together.
They were doing Python.
I know you know Colin at least. You definitely know.
I still can't get over the fact that you know Ahmed.
I gotta. Well,
that nigga.
Ahmed, yeah.
Motherfucker, he got in trouble for smacking somebody in the face with his fucking gun.
I remember he was riding his bike.
That shit was great.
I remember he was riding his bike and he fell. Good times.
Who was that? Remember Michael? He made me think of Michael because I thought Ahmed was the one who jumped out of the tree. But remember, Michael was the one who he came with the huge ass gun that had a battery pack in it that was like spewing fucking Nerf bullets everywhere, and it was like he never hit anybody. And then 2, the first day I was in a group with him, and he was like, "Hey, you're not supposed to be jumping out of trees and stuff." And then the next day he got caught, and he was jumping out of trees and shit to catch people. And then he got caught by like somebody in charge.
Oh God, here comes the tea, huh?
He was going through my friends list looking for people to like fuck.
No, he doesn't have any light skinned friends. He only has 4. He doesn't like light skinned people.
He said Khalid is light skinned. I'm like,
Khalid's not light skinned.
He's not. I'm like, okay.
I was trying to give you an extra one, but okay, you only have 3.
Okay.
Racist.
Yeah, well.
Does Hispanic count as light skin?
No.
Because Snowflake.
Because black people Hispanic people are basically like mixes of white, black, and indigenous people. So, are you denying their blackness, Joe?
They're not black, they're Hispanic.
Oh, shit. My Afro-Latinos, get at him.
Shut it down.
Rosario Dawson gonna drop kick that man.
Ooh.
Better find himself.
But see, even those who are Hispanic and black, they're darker than me. Let's be honest about this.
There are a lot of Hispanic and black people who are like lighter than you do.
Tico Brohead.
Nah. If you look at like the black Brazilians and everything,
they're different. They're like the purest form. That is pure uncut slave right there.
Oh God, they're the one that didn't get past that triangle right there.
Like, back to square one.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I feel bad that I said that.
You're a terrible person, but we still accept you on this podcast.
Well, I mean, it's my podcast, so I accept the rest of you.
That's what he thinks.
Yeah, I quit it, damn
it. He just brought me on to make himself seem okay to have a light skinned person.
So,
it's like I need someone worse than me to make me look not as bad.
I have a question for you.
Oh boy.
You drive. You know where this is going, Joe. So my question is. Shut your duck ass up. My question is, if you are getting head from a girl and you are driving, that is considered roadhead. If you are getting head from a girl while you're parked in a car, is that considered roadhead? You're on the side of the road.
Oh, for fucking hell. This is what you bring me on the podcast to ask me
Hell the fuck yes. Because this light-skinned motherfucker over here thinks you can get roadhead while not driving. You have to be driving.
We're gonna put the full thing in here, okay? We're gonna put the whole thing in.
Is that what you say before your dates?
Pause.
That's why they don't come back the same.
You know, you guys just went on a date. You're taking her back to her place, because Daddy wants her back by a certain time, whatever. So you driving along. She starts fiddling with you a little bit. She says, why don't you pull off to the side of the road right here? Let me bob on a little bit. So he pulls to the side of the road. Still considered roadhead?
I guess. I mean,
boom! That's white people and black people that agree with me.
It is not considered roadhead because you're not driving.
What? Okay.
You're on the side of. You're on the side of the road. You're on the shoulder of the road. You're not in the road. If you're in the road, if there are parked cars, if you're trying to cross the street and there are parked cars on the sides, on the shoulders of the road, right? Are you in the road if you're standing in front of the parked car, in between the two parked cars? No. But if a kid is running out in the middle of the road near the yellow lines, and they're like, "Oh, I'm trying to catch a ball," and you're trying to save them like Yusuke, you'd be like, "Get the fuck out the road! The road!"
Is it on street parking if you park on the side of the street? A driveway is considered what? Off-street parking, right? So, side of the street, still a street. Side of the road, still the road. The shoulder is still part of the road, but why is this a distinction that needs to be made? You're getting head in the car,
you have to be driving for it to be roadhead.
I could be in my backyard doing K-turns for whatever fucking reason, and it's considered while getting a blowjob, I'm getting roadhead then.
Pretty much, yeah, because you're driving.
What? This is a stupid...
At that point, I say you're not
this
getting
is a
roadhead.
stupid
You're
distinction.
getting blown in a car in your backyard.
Stop hitting the table!
Right, yeah. Fuck it. It's not a distinction that needs to be made. Why is this important? Like,
it's not a distinction that needs to be made, but you chose a side, nigga. So clearly it is something that needs to be made.
Okay, so we were in the middle of a conversation. I was being
this
a
nigga was
grammar
being
Nazi.
disgusting looking up porn on his...
I was being a grammar Nazi because he said he's never done roadhead before. So I was like, wait, why would you want to give someone head?
That's I said I didn't say give. I said do because you have to drive in order for...
And I said you should say you've never gotten or been given roadhead. Not you've never done it.
Done it as in the whole activity because
for me,
it's
I'm
not roadhead.
You are the one in the passenger seat trying to blow the person.
Steven,
he has
bring your white lips on the mic. Bring your bird lips on the mic.
He has a point here.
Come here.
So that's where this started because I got into a grammar Nazi mode like that, and then he wanted to go on a different route.
Okay, I'm gonna resort to the boondocks on this. Okay, it goes like this. So people ask me, is it booty butt cheeks or is it move them butt cheeks? It's like, nigga, doesn't matter. It's a song about butt cheeks. It's the same thing here.
Definitely booty butt cheeks.
Wait.
What kind of deaf ass motherfucker are you?
What? When was that ever a discussion?
He's talking right. I'm like, what the fuck? That's the most definitive shit. My point clearly says booty butt cheeks.
That quote is literally from the person who made the song.
So he's saying it was move?
No, he said, does it matter?
No.
Does it matter? It's a song about butt cheeks.
No, whether it's a fact. Thugnificent about who is saying it's move?
No, Thugnificent said on a stream on the show, more or less, people ask me, is it booty butt cheeks or move them butt cheeks? And it's like, nigga, does it matter?
Move them butt cheeks.
Yeah, who was saying that?
I don't know, but my point is it doesn't matter there and it doesn't matter
thank
here.
You, Eric, because you just united us again. After the rift that happened, you just united us again because we're like, oh no, we ain't fucking with
so
that shit.
Is he the Lelouch to you guys is whatever that anime world is?
Because we're like, you're like booty, I'm like boobs. And somebody else is like fucking my cousin, and we're like,
what? I guess technically that can involve all the other two, but that's not okay.
I would just have to say, like, I was ready to give him the win if one person said that.
And Steven was my one person. He was my literally white knight. Because
Steven will always go against me no matter what. I don't. See?
No, it's not the case. You fucking asshole. For some reason, this is like a white-black thing because for some reason, all white people are agreeing with me.
I think you're literally the only one using it right now, too.
Yeah.
Just leave it off like a little bit.
Yep. I just think it's really weird because for some reason it's nothing but white people who are agreeing with me. So I'm like, I'm just confused because I'm like, is that a black thing? Like, is it not?
Oh, because it wasn't Joe.
Okay, maybe it's.
Was that you who came down this morning?
Not in the basement.
Somebody's creeping.
Like,
oh, niggas living in the walls apparently.
I have a stranger.
Wait, Devon was watching before we started watching Stranger Things. This is a conversation we had before. We were about to watch Stranger Things, but I caught him in his room watching like
porn.
No, he was listening to like 911 calls about like people killing each other and shit like that. It was crazy as fuck. You know how like sometimes you find that shit on YouTube where it's like just weird, disturbing, creepy shit.
No, that's a cry for help.
I've been telling Joe that like every time he does something, it's a cry for help, and I'm like, Joe, I'm really gonna find you some help if you don't like stop with this shit. Cause he just keep like red flag after red flag. I'm like, Joe, I'm not playing with you. Maybe call my mom and this shit. She's a social worker. She'll talk you down.
See, set up.
Mm-hmm. I see it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Chess masters.
Nah, he definitively whoops my ass all the time.
Does he really?
Yeah.
You guys gotta play Wizard's Chess.
Stop playing footsie with me.
Good.
Yes, that's my foot.
I thought that was the table. I can't.
Obviously, he's saying that your body is hard like wood.
I don't like this. You playing footsie with me? You sending me text saying you love me and calling me baby?
Word.
I don't like it.
I think you like it too much, though.
That shit was so fucked up because him and Jeremy keep texting me at the same fucking time.
My phone was in my pocket for like over 20 minutes.
But the last text you sent me, I haven't had a chance to look at because I'm at work.
Ooh,
you don't text me. This is
I fucking work. Imagine complaining about Monster Hunter while I'm at work.
This motherfucker.
Hold on.
Look, this motherfucker be the one that putting up stuff on Facebook at work, scarring people for life at work, fucking sending me text messages at work. Like, really, nigga?
That's why we're working box office. All on
today. Yeah. All right, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm also not your baby.
So Jeremy sends something and he ends, I love you, blah blah blah. And I said, alright, and I'm like not really looking and say, okay, press to go to the text message, the last one that comes in, which was him. So I go to this and I'm like, well, talking to a customer, and I do this and I press in, and then like later I see you text me, oh, I thought it was Jeremy saying, oh, I'm not your baby. I was like, what?
John, I love you.
Like, I was about to call him until I realized who he said it was. Like, you almost started a fight.
John, I love you, just not in that way. I started the fight.
You came real close to me, like, what the fuck you mean?
Joe out there, Justin out there, test people relationships.
I was like, god damn it. Because what I said, I was like, oh fuck, I think I sent it back to you.
I didn't even know what you said after that. I was emotionally scarred after
that. Yeah, because you're upset that a light-skinned person next to you likes you. Is that what it is?
Yeah, pretty much. How can I return his waffle-colored feelings?
I put, oh shit, I let me know.
That shit was hilarious. I was literally in the living room, like, on the floor.
Why you put me on blast, alright? You know what? It's not wrong to love a guy. To quote Scrubs, it's God love.
Stop saying our kids. We're not married, okay? Dude, we're a little married. I know. I love it.
that thing had me in fucking tears.
That shit's hilarious. I said that to Winter Soldier one time. He's like, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to teach your kids to defeat you. I'm his kid's Piccolo. I teach his kids how to fight and teach them how to fight him. Last time they fucked him up, I was like, oh, we getting to the point where you can't just beat on a one-handed man like that. Like, that's fucked up.
You don't want to tell him that. It's your fault.
Just gotta do like Malcolm in the Middle. They gotta totem pole each other. When he jump up, nut shot.
I told him that too. I'm like, bro, your kids are gonna fuck you up like that one day. He's like, I know, I'm waiting for it. That's why I wear a cup. Time is now, old man.
That's why I fear having kids. I feel like my kids are just gonna learn everything that I used to do and do it better.
Oh, it's.
I mean, knowing your kids, they might be taller than you too.
Can I tell you that Winter Soldier's kids?
I do love tall women too.
Winter Soldier's
Climb
kids
that mountain?
fucking scare me with how much they are him.
Kids can be short.
Because I've known him since I was 12, and I'm like, bruh, your kids are you already. They're like 5 and 2, or 6 or 7 and 2, and like they're already like him. It's hilarious.
Because, I mean, I'm going to try and make sure that they aren't as foul-mouthed as
yo, his kid almost said nigga because of me. 2-year-old. Jackson's my nigga. Jackson, you my nigga. Action Jackson. For real, he almost said nigga after I moved out because I was living with them for like almost a year.
That's not supposed to be something you're supposed to be proud of.
Little white kids. He's like, oh, that person's black. I was like, you damn right he is. Because he heard me talk about it.
I can almost guarantee his child's first word is either going to be nigga or negro.
Oh, my baby niece, I love my niece. She's so cute. She already said it. I taught my nieces how to play blackjack when they were kids. I teach people the things they need to know for life. How to play blackjack, how to come up in the world.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. I'm a terrible uncle.
Are you a terrible uncle or
the best?
I've always aspired. Brother.
You know what? I've always aspired to try to be like Uncle Eddie from Grounded for Life.
Wow.
Because I fucking love Uncle Eddie. He's fucking amazing. Remember that he's like the two of them were having arguments. So what did he do? He brought them to play paintball, and they were just sitting there fighting each other. But what was he doing? Protecting them from all the other motherfuckers who were playing paintball, trying to shoot them. That's me.
So, if he aspires to be Uncle Eddie, are you going to aspire to be Uncle Arrow? That's some big shoes to fill. Those some shoes.
I already am.
Okay, good.
He's getting there.
Those some shoes.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Because everyone always comes to me for advice. Whenever I tell them what to do, it helps them for the better, and I make really good tea.
I have the opposite of that, where
now
people come to me for advice, and then they don't take it, and then I'm like...
Now you just gotta start freestyling with your quotes and stuff. Just gotta start coming out with them. Start putting them on business cards. Put them on T-shirts.
I'm send my kids to Joe when they're like teenagers, so they
like,
it's time for you to look inside yourself.
Like Joe,
see
like,
who you really are.
I do help train people how to fight too. So
he's already got the important stuff. He makes the good tea. He gives people good advice.
And I'm fat.
Well, Lyra did say those, but you could get jacked.
Word, you can you can get
in a room and you get fucking like, how does this nigga get out the room? Somebody, you got fucking Devon was sitting there like, it was crazy, man. He was like a one-man army. This shit was
Dragon of the West.
He just fucking traumatized that man. I love it.
See, the weird part is Devon already had that experience with you once.
What?
He locked you in a room?
No, where he saw me have to get serious. It was with my nephew.
Oh.
So I was like, so he's seen the fact that, okay, do not piss him off, because he will...
Carl's never seen the full might of the Walk of Rage. Winter Soldier has, though.
He's seen me, well, being wrestling and whatnot, so he's seen what I'm capable of. No one has actually...
I've never seen him enraged, but I've seen him getting serious. I've never seen him serious and beyond, but I've seen him getting serious.
Let's all do that! I don't think... No one has ever seen me get to that point, and I used to fight my brother, and he's never even seen me get to that point.
Carl's gonna hear like earthquakes and shit, and he's gonna be like, "What happened?" It's like Joe and Justin are fighting. So he's gonna be like, "Oh God!" And Carl's like, "I'm the only one who can stop them." He takes all the swords off the wall, and he's just like, "Let's do this."
I'm trying to think. I think my mom and Tico Brohe seen me angry.
I've seen you start to get upset. I've never seen you actually angry.
Yeah, somebody spit on me, so I had to get a little angry.
Yeah.
Oh no, being spat on, because that's what happened when I got in a fight with the 3 people at the bar. I got spat on.
Carl seen me almost fuck up a deaf kid.
See,
he
Joe,
was signing to you. He wasn't flipping you off.
No, he was.
Joe, it was harder for me though because it was a little kid who did it, so I had to fight the rage because I couldn't do anything to him, and I had to walk home, and the thing is, he lived down the street from me, so he tried to run away, and I'm walking home, and everyone thinks I'm going after him. I was like, no, I'm going home, because if I go after him, he ain't going to make it home. So I'm walking home, and everyone's like, stop, no. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to go home. He's in front of me. So that was...
Nah, like if I can almost guarantee if a little kid spat on me,
yep. And
you are not walking away from this.
And it was mad random. We was playing shoot 'em up, bust 'em up. We all just talking, and whoosh, I'm like, ugh, and just 0 to 100.
Oh, that reminds me. Did I tell you mom got called a bitch?
Yeah.
She had to walk out in the room like, Lord, please stop me from smacking the shit out of this child. Because mom does not play. She commands respect from them fucking kids. Like she worked in like one of the worst schools in that area, and like all those kids still respect her because they're fucking terrified. Because Wendy from the block comes out, and then it's like, oh,
that's how my Jackie is.
Well, that's the way it's got to be. I mean, you be nice to people, but if you don't appreciate it, then
to the point where there was a fight going on with like the bad, like the baddest bad man dealing with the girls, and she stepped in to stop it. She got hit. Silence for the entire crowd, and she told everybody. She cleared the entire school.
Get away before the AOE attack started.
No, it's too late.
Like these vectors about to come up and start fucking people up. Get away from me right now.
I think the first time that ever happened to me was remember I told you about
in here with the cafeteria.
Remember I told you about the kid who poured applesauce in my hair?
Yeah.
My dreads. There was like an entire group of white kids that I pushed to either side of a hallway with just like. And I'm like, I don't even know how it got to because that was a thick crowd. That was like 5 people, 6 people back, and I'm like, somehow they all got pushed to the sides, and then I sprinted after dude. It was like the Hulk when he was like fucking all those machines trying to get to
Black Widow.
But he was like, I was just like, oh. Like 1 second I was in front of the classroom, and then the next second I was like in front of dude with a teacher in the middle, like, don't touch him. And I'm like, if she wasn't a woman, I would have. God damn.
It went through.
We all have those blockers that catch us at the right time before we do something stupid.
Oh yeah, I jumped off
Fuck
that.
you, Mr. Johnson. I bust your ass too.
Down there in the cafeteria when Zane and all them were messing with me and.
Oh, when you had to get loud?
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that, but I know of the event.
It was that loud.
No, it's just everyone knows that I'm the gentle giant, and the fact that I got loud and stood up and was ready to fight somebody.
Yeah, he got pushed to that
in
limit.
School.
They're like, man, somebody done fucked up.
I tend to be nice, but yeah, people will fuck with me too. It's because it's the bigness invites challenge. Because people are like, oh,
you also
I'll
care
fuck
too
with
much.
him. Huh?
You care too much.
I do care too much.
We were at a con, and this girl was cosplaying as Midoriya.
Yo, I turned into Elfman for a second in Fairy Tail. Because I had met her. She was cool. I like took her picture and everything like that because she was Deku. She looked cool. And then later on, I saw her crying, and I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know any I heard somebody say like, oh, it's okay. He's just this, that, and third. So I just assumed like somebody fucking did this. So I had this moment in my head where I was just like, I'm gonna find that person, I'm gonna fuck them up, because what the hell? Like, she was crying like it's not, like, this shit's not funny. It's not, I don't like seeing people cry. Especially knowing someone caused that. Like, it's not like, oh, something happened and it's like out of everybody's control. It's like, no, someone specifically did that to you and made you cry. I had that moment where I was like, Mira Jane! Who made you cry? It's like, fucking, yeah.
See, we need more people like that.
Needless to say, I didn't find him. It's probably good for him, but like,
that's
probably good for me too, because I don't need to be in jail.
Would have never been able to go to that con again.
There's been a few times I had to do that at the transit center.
The transit center is fucking weird.
Yeah, it is.
Took a bus for the first time in this town, and like that.
I almost never go there because all the buses I need to take, they're like already coming from it.
Because I'm surprised, like in the city, we don't wait till it goes. Like you typically, like you go up, and then like if there's a bus that you can just go over from, you just get off that bus, cross the street.
Yeah, that's what I do. But sometimes the buses that you need, you can't get to unless you go to the transit center.
Yeah, they kind of made. People didn't realize the fact that RTS, the RTS really made it so that they're getting extra money from you. Like they just made it so like not only
you fuck it up.
Nope, there are other spots actually have that name as well.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. I think there's a college with that name too.
Okay. All right. Then I'm fucking up.
Yeah.
It's like that thing where someone says something and you jump in and you're like, spoilers, and it's like no one fucking knew it was a spoiler until you opened your mouth. Just leave it alone. just leave it alone.
I mean, people are gonna start combing through shit and they'll be like, we're gonna.
Yeah, if you keep telegraphing it for them.
Gee, I wonder who's the first person.
Oh, maybe you keep your mouth shut. People won't know which acronyms are important or not. But
you didn't say acronym. You said the whole fucking name and the address
and the social security.
It's a college. It has tons of people that go to it that don't necessarily live near it. But you know what? Fine, whatever.
But if they can narrow down to college, they can get into the database and get the information.
That's college's fault.
I know, right? Good luck for them. Apparently, there's like.
Till they pull a Jane Silent Bob and come to your house.
Of my name in there.
Do you
that shit?
What do you need?
Do you mind if I water?
Do you want that or you want a cold one? Because there's cold ones in the fridge.
I'll take this one. I don't care.
Why is everybody doing that? Don't you respect yourself enough to get a cold drink for yourself?
Well, some people don't like cold water. I know a lot of people that like room temp water.
A lot of people.
And then there's people with sensitive teeth.
Yeah.
I have sensitive teeth, and I'm just like, hurt me, daddy. I need the fucking.
Told you gotta. That's what you gotta call.
I need the ice on my teeth.
So maybe he did like that text a little too much. But
hold on yourself.
Thank you.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yo.
See, I don't have sensitive teeth, but if I eat ice cream long enough, it'll get me.
Texas, Steve.
Texas.
That shit is.
I haven't had a slushy in a while.
That's one state I know I can't live in.
Texas.
Yeah, and I love the heat, and I wish I could live out there, but I can't.
There was this
I
guy.
can't handle this. 40 degrees is like my sweet spot.
I think it was close to like 100 out there when I was talking to my grandmother.
As long as it's not humid, I don't
I'm
care.
sweating like a bitch right now.
There's this guy who I think he was in Texas. He has a husky. So literally in the summertime, he gets a kiddie pool and he just fills it with ice, and his husky just sits in it all day.
That's fun.
Yeah.
No, because I mean, huskies. That's why when people.
They're beautiful dogs, though. They're
they're
beautiful dogs, but like you got to be mindful of. Yeah, you got to be mindful.
Like, because there's a lot of people who live in Florida or Texas or California, where it's like on average 102 there.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a fucking Saint Bernard and stuff out
our
there.
lows for the month is 100. Good luck.
It's 100
like, why would you have a dog like this? And like, I can understand if you have a pit bull or a poodle, like stuff that animals that don't have that much fur because they are not built for like cold weather.
Yep.
Up here, it's okay because we have a lot of different seasons and summer long. So. You know, being in the Midwest,
it rains half the times here in the summer anyway. So
at least not like Canada. Where
our cooler rain is great though. Like when it rains cool, you just sit out there and just enjoy it.
I can't do that because I take damage from.
Yeah, he did.
Because I have asthma, so like if I get wet and then I'm like running around in it a lot, I'll start to get respiratory.
Yeah, because it was raining the other day and he was asking if he wanted to meet me halfway because I was going to walk from work.
Because he didn't have an umbrella.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't mind the rain. Also, I literally, when it rains, I'll just take my hat off and let my hair get some moisture because my hair needs it.
The closest I can do is that one time I told you I went gear second where it was misting and like it was like evaporating off me. That's fine.
That used to happen after wrestling practice.
Yeah.
Need to see if coach is still working there.
I want to play fucking Ultimate Frisbee. I don't have enough people to play though.
I know some guys who play disc golf. If you want to play that with them.
I saw a dude playing disc golf at the fucking airport. When I was sitting there for Lyft, it was mad fucking weird because I'm sitting there like, bro, like if you get a thing, like you just gonna run, pick up the shit, and then run back to your car. But like, it's like an hour wait, so people are like, oh, bring something to do.
So they gotta make
people
those
try to
like
fucking talk to you. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you.
They gotta make frisbees.
I said that, and my window was open, and I think the lady heard me because she was walking towards my car. I'm like, I will talk to you later. Don't try to flirt with me. She won't.
They gotta make frisbees super bouncy. Like how they do the Tron disc, so you can just play with yourself.
Tron disc. That shit's dope.
I was watching clips from it. Was it yesterday or was it last night? Might have been in the morning. I don't know. I was just watching clips.
Tron Legacy. People are like, oh, it's fucking terrible because they're like the original Tron. But I'm like,
Tron Legacy was cool.
It was cool for what it was.
Yeah, I like what they were doing. They never completed it. That was a bummer.
Tron Uprising was good too.
Uprising was great.
Cartoon's weird, huh?
I think people try to compare things too much to like the original content.
That's why it's hard to do stuff.
And I'm saying that now, and I kind of fall in that category sometimes. But it's when, all right, this is kind of like a very pivotal thing that you need that you shouldn't have changed.
But it's only
I know a series like that
where you're like, I've had 20 years for this to like sit in my head and for me to be like, this shit is amazing, it's great, and then it's different later. So they're like, different. It's just like
I mean, because
it's a direct sequel too, so it's going to get those comparisons. But it's like
it's a direct sequel that doesn't. It deals with some of the shit, but it doesn't have anything to do with like the old shit really too much.
But
other than the fact that like some of the characters are still there.
So when it comes down for anything where I'm okay with it being different, if they're doing a complete
like a reboot.
Sorry, they're doing a remake of it all, or not a remake. They just
or if it takes place like same universe but different.
Yeah. So like if with Blade, if they go and do Blade over again and then they do it differently than how the original was because they're doing their own take on it. All right, you're telling me that this has nothing to do with this at all. Let me see what you're going to do.
Who would be a good actor for the new Blade?
Michael J. White.
People were saying John Boyega, but I don't know if
I remember there was this thing where he said he likes the idea of people thinking he can pull it off, but he said he don't know if he can pull it off because Wesley Snipes like killed it.
Yeah.
But I was actually going to ask you, since you just brought up Blade, like for the MCU purposes, would you think they should do Blade and then introduce Morbius in Blade, or they should do Morbius and introduce Blade in Morbius? Like if I don't know how they're gonna do it, but if they were gonna do it that way, because they wanted
Morbius like isn't a vampire, so for them
he's like the living vampire. Didn't
they introduce Morbius in Logan? Or was that someone different?
What are you talking about?
What, the white guy who couldn't take who took damage from the sun?
Yeah,
I don't think that was Morbius.
Okay, I'm just
but
bad with this stuff. So
X-Men movies tend to only deal with like actual.
Yeah, they focus. Yeah,
as opposed to like.
But the reason I was asking because they've been talking about Morbius and they've been talking about Blade. So if they were going to want to introduce like kind of how like what they did with Netflix with like Jessica Jones introduce Luke Cage or CW Arrow introduce the Flash. If they were going to go one way or the other, in your opinion, which way do you think would be the best way? I don't know if they're going to do it that way. I'm just saying if they were going to do it that way.
I don't think they should do it with Blade introducing him because you're going to have to see. One, you have to pick who's going to play Blade and see if people are actually going to be okay with that. It'll be better if they do with introducing Blade into that. They're going to see, are they okay with this person playing him?
Probably be good for, yeah.
If not, let's find someone else that they will actually... Because then you'll get the whole... Everybody say, why not this person? Which, I mean, you know... Netflix could have did that with fucking Cowboy Bebop and, you know, Keanu Reeves, but, you know, fuck us.
I'm more concerned
He's got
about...
so much other things to do, though. He can't do everything.
But see,
scheduling conflicts.
I hate the fact that I was one of the original people saying Keanu Reeves before everybody was on this whole Keanu Reeves kick. Now it's like I don't want to back Keanu Reeves anymore because everyone is riding on him. It's like I don't want to seem like
see that's what I do for anime. When a new anime comes out, I usually wait for the hype to die down to watch it.
See, I was behind something because I thought it was a great idea, but then everybody else thought it was a great idea too. So I'm like, fuck that idea.
Sex robots?
Shut up! It's a horrible idea. I can't like it anymore.
I'm not saying that I'm not going to like it or like back or anything. I'm just not going to be
vocal.
I'm not going to be vocal with it anymore. Just don't expect for me to be like,
yo, I don't give a shit about that. I will proudly say the things that make me look stupid. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we already know.
If I look toxic,
we already know.
Shit, because I typically I usually came up with that before everybody else did.
But that's so you see what I mean.
I'm okay with, but I'm okay with like, because people are like, oh, you're one of those toxic people. I'll just be like, no, I'm not. I just think that he would be good for that.
You know, it's just like
I'm not one of these people.
Called a camper in Day by Daylight.
Oh my god!
Like I think the thing that's more. I
saw you. I walked back to where I was because I saw you, you idiot.
I think the thing that's more pressing about Netflix is its distribution model. It's the fact that they can start making a show, but then they make the whole thing and then they just drop it on everyone's plate. And whereas with broadcast television,
they can tweak it.
Yeah, they can tweak it. Maybe a few episodes in, they get to hear what people think.
That's why the endings for Netflix tend to suck a lot of times. People like the beginnings and don't like the endings.
Yeah.
Well, then what's Game of Thrones' fault? Because apparently that thing was just shit.
Game of Thrones, oh my god.
That's because they know our struggle now. They know the struggle of waiting week for week to get your anime out, and then they decide to make their own ending instead of going with the source material.
I love when even the actors are like,
I mean, to be fair, you can still get really good endings using your own custom stuff. I mean,
well, he's not even done with the books, though.
You remember what Kit Harington said?
No.
He basically said, somebody was like, sum up the last season of Game of Thrones with one word. He's like, disappointing. Oh shit, I'm on two. Or epic, whichever one. Somewhere in between there, I don't know. That shit was, he walked it back in the middle of the sentence. I was like, oh shit. No, the funny thing about that is I listened to a podcast where they were trying to argue about, it was Pat, trying to argue about how like, when you make a thing and you say it's part 1 of 7, the people should get 7. You don't stop at 6 and then just be, oh well, whatever. Fuck you guys. It's like, no, you promised 7. And then there was the whole conversation of like, well, whether that's legit, because it's like, you can't force an artist to make art because then it sucks.
Yeah.
It's like, but at the same time, George R.R. Martin is like actively fucking up and not doing shit and doing other shit instead of making the fucking book that he keeps saying he's gonna make.
You mean like the game that he's working on? He's working on a video game.
So now Pat straight up said like, I want to lock this nigga in a fucking, well, he didn't say nigga, but he's
sure.
Pat's white, but like he's the most niggerish motherfucker I've ever met.
Angry Pat? Okay.
fucking you see what I'm saying though.
Angry.
And that's why Wooly is the only one still there because he's
man.
used to this shit. He knows how to deal with the nigga. But fucking, he's basically like, I'm gonna lock this motherfucker in a room until he makes it. He's like, I'm gonna take it upon myself to lock him in. Of course, that was a joke until George R. Martin actively said, like, yo, if I don't finish the book by such and such, you can lock me in a room. And Pat's like, oh, it's fallen to me. like, bruh, you need to stop what you're doing. He's doing all these other things. He's doing press tours, doing this, that, and third, and it's like, stop what you're doing and just make the fucking book. He even said that he was using like the last season to be like, let's see what people are gonna like, and then if they don't like the movie or the show, then I'm gonna change the book. Book's gonna be different. So the last season's gonna have to be different. It's gonna have to be like, I'm trying to think. It's gonna be like Brotherhood, where the ending is different.
But that's also because they went before the manga.
Yeah, the first one, 2003, couldn't be helped but they did get the blessing from
they made sure it was okay for them to do that.
Right, and she said, "Go ahead, do your thing."
It sucks when that happens with the best shows though, because Shaman King has the best fucking. I love that ending, and the show just is god awful. Shaman King's actually technically still going because they started another thing with Yo's kid.
I know.
It's actually pretty good until a certain point. I know, Eric. What do you have to say?
Nothing.
Say it.
No,
I don't.
I literally don't.
Yeah,
I literally don't have anything to say.
Do you not like Ogre Hunter? Because that picture's dope.
What? I never started.
One dude's oversoul is dope.
I just never started that. I didn't even finish the first Shaman King. Because, it's in the same spot as all the other Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it with any kind of...
I went back and watched it in college. Because I read a lot of it from the chapters, or from the volumes of Shonen Jump that I had.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I need something to fill in the blanks and shit, because I'm missing some chapters of Shonen Jump, or some volume.
Yeah. Mine...
Because I'm like, you never even see the Grand Spirit Oversoul in the fucking anime. It's like, that's a shame. Grand Spirit gets made into an Oversoul, and you're just like...
That's because Shaman King stopped like a quarter of the way through the anime.
God damn. Yep.
It's a see, the thing is, I didn't completely hate the ending though, because they did, the branching off. I didn't completely hate it because they did some interesting things.
They did interesting things, but like after I read the manga, and I was
that's what I was gonna say.
Better.
It's like if you don't read the manga, it's an okay ending. If you read the manga, you're like, they did way better.
It's the difference between like, okay, from now on, Joe's life is going to arc in different directions. In one direction, Joe is, I don't know, he like writes a couple books. He's a cool guy. This, that, and third. The other direction is Joe becomes the president of the United States and leads all of us into fucking space.
And other direction, he's a billionaire playboy philanthropist.
The universe becomes, and he's also that, and he's a billionaire playboy philanthropist, and then he leads us into space, and the world becomes Cowboy Bebop, only better. Actually, no, becomes Mass Effect Andromeda, basically. Actually, no, first Mass Effect.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
meet alien races,
you might want to walk that
and their
one back
first.
There.
We meet alien races, and their first human that they ever see is the upper tier level of human that is Joe. Baby legs, whatever his last name is.
Is he gonna have the awesome coat that never comes off when he says Gundam fight?
So it's like one of those. It's like, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, Joe becomes an author. This and that third. He becomes like decently famous or whatever. Joe becomes the greatest human to ever exist in the fucking history of mankind. It's like, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better, and that's the differences between those two stories. It's like,
But you see, the thing is, I'm not that great. I'm horrible. I'll
Stop
be the
it.
worst one to...
You stop it.
Well, Iroh probably thought he wasn't a very good person either.
Iroh constantly was always thinking that he fucked up. Especially after what happened with his son. He was like,
he kind of did. I mean, he was a top-ranking general in the Fire Nation Army.
His son wasn't even like in his battalion though. It's not like he's.
Sure he wasn't.
Son, go that way and like fucking. Oh no, I sent him to his death. It's like, no, he was with somebody else.
300.
Yeah, but his son went out there and died, and then wasn't Iroh part of part of the push for Bossing Say the first time?
Yes, he's the only person to ever get in the wall.
That's why they call him the Dragon of the West. He blew it.
He got through the outer wall, yeah.
No, he got through the
flamethrower attack was super effective.
But he pulled back because he was like, oh no, my son's dead.
I kind of considered that a failure.
I mean,
I was getting there, but you know
the
what?
funny thing is, like,
I've lost my son. I've lost my will.
I mean, it could have been worse.
Open the wall. Why don't you just keep going? Fuck him. If he wants to leave and get out, if somebody else go. There's still a huge hole in the wall. Earthbenders probably fixed it within like a day or so.
Of course, yeah.
I was just thinking.
And then Azula came by and just like
she just infiltrated. She didn't even.
And then Uncle Iroh.
No, I'm talking about the first time they tried to get there.
Oh, you mean when she had the big machine and it didn't work?
Yeah, because that was subtle imagery, right?
When that shit was like linked to his breathing, and it was just like gigantic fucking ring of fire that's like getting bigger as he's breathing, and I'm like,
need the Iroh Chronicles next season.
This motherfucker is like the greatest motherfucker. Like there were other firebenders there during the fucking comet, and he made them all look like bitches. Even people on his side. John was cool. He was flying around and shit, but like Uncle Iroh broke open the fucking wall with one attack. It was a charge attack. He was sitting there charging it for a little bit, but like still though, broke it all the way the fuck open.
If it connects, it connects.
It's like Also, shout out to Boomy for being able to like take on top tier firebenders.
Yeah, Boomy is the man.
He's like, it's an even fight now. With 8 of you with the fucking Solin's comic bullshit. Yeah, now it's an even fight. Yeah.
Iroh was the greatest.
Iroh
the best. Oh wow.
Word. So, should we end it right there? I think Uncle Iroh praise is like the best way to end this podcast right now.
Yeah.
You know? Unless Joe wants to say something crazy and embarrassing.
I don't say anything crazy and embarrassing ever.
We have 6 other podcast episodes that beg to differ.
Listen, you just made me sound like I did that with your editing, but it wasn't what actually happened.
Got a voice synthesizer.
Edit this. I'm too lazy to edit anything.
All I'm going to say is Jennifer Aniston, you're beautiful and you're lovely.
Have you seen the
Serena Williams? I love you, and you.
The movie with her and
Adam
Sandler,
not Joe.
I keep meaning to watch it, but
it's all right. I liked it. The new movie with Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler.
What's it called?
That's a good question.
It's like murder something.
Murder mystery or murder?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I heard
it popped up. I watched it,
good.
and then
it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
People say like it got like
a lot of views,
over 1 million views in like a day or something like that, or like a week.
Actually,
Adam Devine, just to let you know, people are calling you like a cartoon
Adam
character.
Devine is a real fucking cartoon character. He does not have enough definition or anything in his face.
If you need me to start knocking people in the head,
he is literally grilling like the nose brought to life.
What is going on?
Why don't you just give
here?
him the Sanji treatment?
What?
Fix all that.
Punch him in the
what?
face. Please do.
What?
You know who Adam Devine is?
No.
Workaholics, Pitch Perfect.
He's a minor character in Pitch Perfect. He's not gonna remember it. If you're not Anna Kendrick, you're not important.
I've never watched Pitch Perfect. When we watched that,
I've watched it because my niece sings all the songs and she made me watch.
I know Snoop Dogg is
the
in one
last
of them, and Key.
Spell the last name.
Divine, Devine.
Okay.
Divine.
I thought when you said Devine, my brain just went like, oh, the word. So I thought you said divine. I was just like, Wow. My brain auto-translated that before. Yeah. I'm not done. Am I wrong, though?
He does kind of look a little like a cartoon character, but I mean...
He's like a real cartoon character. He doesn't have a lot of, like, defining traits on his face.
You're good.
Still,
you're beautiful.
I'm not saying he's not good. Like, he's a handsome dude.
Gay.
Wow.
Why?
We're not with this game.
Okay, all right. New Girl, the dude who did the voice for Hobo Spider-Man and Into the Spider-Verse, Jake Johnson. My favorite reason for watching that show says, when you see a guy who you wouldn't mind looking like, then you can say he's handsome. It's not gay. It's appreciating the aesthetics of another man. saying like,
is it though?
It's not.
I mean, like if you look at a person, you're like,
if I woke up looking like that guy, I wouldn't feel bad.
I mean, if you
woke up looking like that guy, your wife would be terrified.
Wake up,
but would she feel bad
before I put on my makeup?
I mean, she'd probably think something bad happened.
You.
Shut up, Wayne Brady.
Like,
but I wish I had Wayne Brady's money.
Yeah, I love his money. You could wish for more than that.
No, money's enough.
Damn, hell, even be half as good looking as him. Maybe I can, become a model.
Yay.
Or people may not, hate me as much if I had a better looking face.
Be a hand model.
My hands are too ugly.
I didn't want to say anything about that, but okay.
I mean, I even have a cat scratch right here.
Cat scratch, bitch.
It adds personality.
Cat scratch fever.
Yeah, don't do the actual notes.
Eric's
like, I've heard that song before.
You get 3 seconds of a song.
Like his sex life. Just reminded me of something.
Wow.
You get 3 seconds of a song.
See, this is what I put up with when I come on this podcast.
This is what I put up with every day.
Yeah.
You can take 2 hours.
You just reminded me of something. There's this game on Steam that's getting taken down because the company who made the game, the licensing for the music is about to run out.
Alan Wake. That's literally what happened to Alan Wake.
Sega Alpha Protocol,
Yeah.
I think it's called.
Really?
Literally, that happened to Alan Wake too.
Music rights are expiring. Yep.
Yeah, so they're trying to get rid of all the copies that they can to make as much money as they can before the license ends up. And then they took it off all the stores. They took off all the shelves. Now they no longer sell Alan Wake. Or well, I think you can still get copies of it.
Have you finished Darksiders yet? Because they announced Genesis, right? I heard it's supposed to be a prequel, and you can play as the Fourth Horseman.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're not done with your list. I mean, we can keep going with the podcast.
Oh, that's it.
It's not going to end.
But I remember he was playing it.
It's not too late.
Right, I haven't finished it yet.
Shame. How long you had it?
I don't even remember.
Shame.
It's my game. I can decide when I finish it or not.
See, unlike everybody else who have actual backlogs, he makes backlogs. He's like, hey, I'm gonna play this game.
Technically, everybody makes backlogs.
No, like he'll be like, I'm gonna buy a game, I'm gonna play it for an hour, and then I'm not gonna play it for like 7 years.
Damn.
Talk about I'll play it for an hour. I play it for more than an hour. It's just that I don't always come back immediately.
2 hours.
How's the Surge going?
Huh? Oh, I'm done with the Surge.
Did you actually beat it though?
Yeah.
What? That didn't sound very.
It's one of those Dark Souls games. You can always go back and get more weapons, more stuff. You can upgrade your levels farther.
Yeah, it was for free, so I got it for free on Live.
Yes.
Or Plus.
What, for this month?
A few
2 months ago. Yeah. That's why I remember I went out to get Lords of the Fallen because same company made them both. Yeah. Are you gonna get the Surge too?
Yeah.
The trailers keep showing up, and I keep not watching them.
Oh, I need to check what's free this month.
Huh?
Xbox Live.
I think like Symphony of the Night. You should play that. I mean, it's Castle.
There's actually is that the one where is the kid running through nighttime? There's some like it looks like a puzzle. Lair. That one actually looks decent.
You gonna make a video game?
What?
You making a video game?
What? No.
I already pitched him an idea. I pitched him and Josh ideas.
I wouldn't mind watching these two play snipper clips with each other because I feel like it would be the most hilarious thing ever.
Snipper clips?
Oh, snipper clips.
What the fuck is that?
It is a 2-player game to where you have to coordinate moves in order to complete a puzzle.
Oh, we'll murder each other.
We still gotta play Samurai Jack.
Yeah, right.
That should be like the next podcast. We play that game.
We gotta learn the rules first.
Next time on Northstar Otaku.
Now we still got to do Monster Hunter because
Joe punches everyone on the podcast for making fun of his hands.
My strong hands.
Severely,
My big,
severely
strong
underleveled.
hands.
All right, we're gonna end it on that.
Yep.
All right, bye guys.
Tom, I love you.
Ciao.
Sorry, Tom.
See you next time, folks.
He loves it. He wants to be a gay Spider-Man, so he wants it.
He said bye, Spider-Man.
No, he said gay.
He wants 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
He said gay.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, they're never gonna do that.
Yeah, I know. I think it's the dumbest thing in the world. Like, I'm sorry, just get a new superhero.
And this is coming from a bi man. This is a bad idea. That's you said that.
Why? Why is it a bad idea?
Because even if the LGBT community doesn't,
just give.
French.
They already have. They have multiple ones that they are ignoring that are way stronger than most of the people that are out here now.
Yep.
That actually got married.
You have legit gay characters that are stronger and better in this and third, and they're not. They're focusing on let's make Peter Parker gay. It's like there's already a bunch of gay people who are.
Did they say they were gonna make Peter Parker gay, or did Tom Holland say
people,
I'm open to the idea, and then you guys got salty because Spider-Man's gonna change?
No, it is. It's literally the comic book writers themselves. Just like what they did with Iceman on it. That wasn't anybody trying to get them to do that. They were just like, well, we're going to go ahead, and it's like, really? You're going to pick someone like Iceman?
Just make a new character.
That's what I've been saying. Just make new ones. Don't
DC has a new character that is basically a mix between... He's a mix between, like, Spider-Man... I think this is Spider-Man, Deadpool, and Nightcrawler. And he's a good character.
No, the only person for that, if they came out and said Batman was gay, I believe it, because look how he had Robin dress all the time. Just saying.
Robin probably dressed like that himself.
But they can't, because by your logic, they'd be changing Batman for really no good
not
reason.
if he's coming out the closet.
They just have to make a new. They have to make a new Batman.
They could always say that. Yeah, he's coming out the closet.
That would explain why
Batman. Like one of them is already gay.
That would explain why it took him like 80 years to get married.
I mean, his wives do keep dying.
What's the name was originally made as a love interest?
You get past the second
Barbara. Barbara was originally made to be his love interest. It wasn't later on until they aged her down to be a love interest of Robin.
Yeah.
Because people thought that he was gay. People was like, "Is a grown man
we saw that
running around with a little kid?
Even back in the 70s,
bring him they had to bring in a female character to be his love interest."
Even back in the 70s,
people started getting like.
That was an aesthetic that people had because we were watching a game show clip from the 70s. This lady was like, she said something. She made a joke about Batman being gay, and I was like, even in the 70s.
Yeah. Well,
like,
that's literally why they made Barbara Gordon. It was like we need people not to think he's gay and all this other stuff. And then they age her down because originally when she gets introduced, Barbara's really in college. She's in like 20s, so she was like his direct love interest and everything. And then they age her down so she could be with Robin. Then you have the whole jokes about Barbara really knows how to handle it.
But then you also have the fact that it's not everyone thinks you just don't want to deal with the characters being guaranteed. It's not that. It's just there are certain aesthetics with characters. Like I got upset when they made Storm find a seat with Wolverine. Like no, she was the only one that put him in his place. And no, I'm with T'Challa.
They've always had like
only married for like 3 months. It wasn't that.
Yeah,
they have kids with each other.
It don't take that long to make kids to do it. Well, I mean, it.
Tell
all the way out.
Okay.
Now we're talking about this like
I was gonna say all the way out. Yes.
But okay. Tell them the reason why.
Conception.
Tell them the reason why they split up in the first place.
Didn't T'Challa and Storm break up because she literally just wasn't there to help him when he wanted it?
No.
So he comes. Why?
Namor freaking flooded Wakanda.
Namor is considered a mutant, technically.
Yeah, I'm saying Namor flooded Wakanda, so Wakandans were like, we're not about that mutant stuff.
Yeah.
And Storm is a mutant, and T'Challa had to either ride with his wife or ride with his country.
It was during X-Men versus Avengers.
Yeah, that's part of all that.
That's why.
That's the first time.
Actually, you just reminded me. Actually, there was an instance where T'Challa got invited to like a leader summit, and he brought Storm, and he wouldn't let her come in because she was a mutant, and he refused to do the summit or something like that. And I was like, that's my
that's dealing with them. That's outside shit.
Yeah.
But now the other time that wound up happening was her going to be like the actual queen and everything. It's like, well, you have to choose. You're either going to deal with the X-Men and all their BS over there, or you're going to stay here and actually help out your people. And she left and went to go help them out because,
Okay, so that's what happened. And then she came back.
And now the third time is because she damn near flooded all of Africa because she got mind tricked into thinking that it was all on fire. And the only thing she could do was tidal wave.
Yep. She made it unlivable and all this other stuff. Yep. And that was because of Shadow King.
It sounds like a legit.
Yes, that's right.
To,
yes,
I forget what's his name in Turkish. I can't remember how to pronounce it. They say it in
trying to explain what the fuck Shadow King is to a bunch of people who just got drowned and their families got killed. It's like they're not really gonna go for that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an imaginary god.
I want mind controlled. That I don't believe you, but you believe that I can control the weather, and you believe there's a guy that can set stuff on fire with his hands, and you believe there's a guy that can eat a purple.
It's like you literally know who Professor X is.
Like
that's,
you know
that's why I like
stuff
like Jessica Jones and all that kind of stuff, where it's like ground level heroes, because like you get to see how regular people see these people, and it's like. Regular people are dumb. They don't know anything.
There was this one scene. There's this one scene in you just remember. There's this one scene in Justice League where Green Arrow had the perfect time to make a comeback, and it annoyed the crap out of me. It was when they were getting ready to do the Justice League Unlimited initiative, and all the heroes were going out recruiting everybody. And Green Arrow didn't want to join the Justice League because he feels that the Justice League forgets about the little guy and only go after the big guy. And Batman said, "Well, if we don't go after the big guy, he steps on the little guy." And I wanted Green Arrow to say he only steps on the little guy when you guys aren't handling the big guy. But he didn't say it. And I'm like, Green Arrow, you had the chance to win up Batman and you didn't do it. Ugh!
They were never going to let that happen.
But that's literally Batman's point, though. If we don't stop the big guy, he steps on the little guy. What
is Oliver Queen going to do to Darkseid?
Huh?
What's Oliver Queen going to do to Darkseid?
Shoot him with an arrow. Shoot him with an arrow.
My point here
if Green Lantern got curb stomped 5 minutes after saying I got this
shit,
what is Green Arrow going to do?
Hilarious. People like shit.
Now, if they said it, now, if he went after him, like
he doesn't want to, he didn't want to join the Justice League because he thinks the Justice League only cares about the big villains and doesn't care about the small villains that make trouble for all the little guys. So then Batman's like, but if the Justice League doesn't take care of the big villain is going to crush all the little people that are being antagonized by the supposed little villain that you think we ought to do something with. And your argument is that he should have said, well, the big guy only gets to crush the little people if the Justice League is not dealing with the big guy. That's literally Batman's point. That's not a comeback. That's literally saying, you're right, Batman, but I'm still mad at you. Which would have actually been a better argument. Just say, can you
if they really needed Green Arrow, they would have been got him to fight Darkseid. You remember Darkseid came up and was like, hey, Superman, do the Harlem Shake, and Superman was doing this and crying?
Like, we're talking past each other. Like that's not a good comeback. That's my point.
It's a wonderful comeback.
No, it's a horrible comeback.
It's a wonderful comeback.
You only want to fight the big guy. What about making sure that the little people aren't being antagonized by the little villains? Well, if I don't fight the big guy, then the big guy's going to crush all the little people that you want me to protect.
If they're doing their job, they won't need his help.
So isn't there a better way of saying that?
He didn't get a chance because they didn't write it in.
I mean, let's just be honest about it. It's kind of like you're watching the Avengers and Hawkeye is around, and what can he really do against that fucking gigantic thing that's coming near them? You want me to fight that, and you're going to deal with the tiny little ones?
But then he pulls out a trick arrow that actually helps, and they're like, oh shit. Yeah, that's why you don't sleep on Hawkeye.
No, you talking about
he's
Loki?
standing on top of a building and he's like,
oh no, I'm not talking about Loki.
I'm talking about the whale. I'm talking about the whale, the flying whale shit. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
Shoot it in the eye.
Big whale thing? I mean,
we're fighting robots. I have a bow and arrow. Nothing makes sense.
That shit was great though. He was fucking.
Well, I mean, if the whale's being ridden by like one main commander that's putting in all the commands and leading it around, you just like just.
Shoot that one guy.
Shoot that one guy.
Let that fucking whale land on the
rampage.
Yes.
Yes. Was anybody even
running? They were doing it
remote control. Everything was remote control.
Yeah, that's you do that and you let the whale fall on a building, and then you write about how pissed off everybody was about that in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So there you go.
Don't forget Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, Spider-Man. Yeah, he's always there, but no one.
No, I mean that's literally how like Vulture got all vultured for.
Oh right.
I think TJ would for the whole thing we were talking about with the symbiotes and Spider-Man.
Somebody was being stupid on this group, and they were saying like they were coming up with lists of aliens to put in the Omnitrix, and they said Kryptonian, obviously. But then they said Saiyan, and I'm like, there's no guarantee you're going to be strong. And then also symbiote. I'm like, so you want to have to bond to something?
Yeah.
Symbiotes.
Because all symbiotes have
to bond to something.
The only one I'm not sure about is is it the king or the god? Is it like Null or Cool or something?
Because technically he's not really like.
Yeah, I don't know what his specifics are, but I know he's the big boss of the symbiotes, and symbiotes by default and can, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Even regular symbiotes though, like low level, like even Venom has been a thing by himself before without attaching to something. But like that's after years, like decades of attaching himself to other things and slowly gaining power. That's gonna take forever. So you'd have to bond with someone. That'd be stupid.
Also, which symbiote would you be too? Because there's a crap.
You'd probably be just like a version of your own symbiote itself.
I don't even know what like a default symbiote is.
I thought the whole point of the Omnitrix was to be a better version of that, where you get to be in control.
That's the Ultimatrix. The Omnitrix turns you
evolution thing.
Yeah, the Omnitrix turns you into whatever thing they took a sample of. So if someone comes here making an Omnitrix and they want to put humans in there and take a sample of Joe, the kid, whatever alien person's gonna turn into Joe. Shut the fuck up, Joe. You're an awesome person. You're handsome. Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but
that's a pop every time.
No more cries for help from you.
But no, so
the confidence around me.
Like the Omnitrix just kind of defeats the whole purpose of needing to do anything with the symbiote. You won't need to bond anything. You get to control what you turn into.
Well, I mean, symbiotes do have like a host of different abilities and powers that are specific to just them. It's just stupid though because you have to bond with something.
But what he and I were getting into is like how would this power scaling go for like Spider-Man? Because when it him, I was like, well, it took Spider-Man because it doesn't add that much strength.
He said that it didn't add a lot of strength to Spider-Man. I'm like, it did make him looser with his inhibitions, but it did also boost his power a little.
The thing about I don't know about all symbiotes, but I know for Venom specifically, because I was actually going to go into Eddie Brock afterwards. For Venom specifically,
that's unfair.
Because no.
Eddie Brock is a bitch.
What I was going to say is, to my knowledge, I mean, obviously, I think they're remaking Spider-Man's origin story right now, actually.
Probably.
But
they're doing that with everybody.
To my knowledge, when the symbiote got on to Peter, it did beef him up a little bit, but it didn't beef him up ridiculous crazy. It was more of a. The thing I was gonna say, the thing you gotta remember about Spider-Man also is that he always kids gloves. Even when he's serious fights, his kids gloves.
Well, yeah, no, cause that's what I was saying. Like,
and then
it made
opened
him
up his inhibitions
that he is stronger.
Yeah.
But what he would normally do is like half his strength.
Yeah,
but now he's thinking he's still doing it. But now he's normally at where he's full.
That's what I was gonna say. So if his power level is normally right here and he keeps it right here, the symbiote put him like right here or like right here. So he's up here now, but he's at like this is his new kid glove level.
Yeah, which is his normal full power.
I'm not saying that it doubles his power. I'm saying it added. He was saying a little bit like it was like. I'm like, no,
I don't know.
It adds at least another. It multiplies his power by 1.5. So now he's 1.5 times.
But the thing I was gonna say with Eddie Brock is Peter Parker by default is way stronger than Eddie Brock because you know. But
Eddie Brock's
Venom,
a bitch.
The Venom symbiote, what it ended up doing was it took a lot of stuff from him. So when it went on to Eddie Brock, that's why he can do what he can do. So all that extra stupid strength is from Spider-Man's DNA.
What you said. Remember when you get on the
that's why Venom wanted Spider-Man because it was like he is the best
already
one.
He's also the first one too.
Yeah, like I want him.
Literally in some versions of the Venom symbiote was literally like in love with Peter Parker, which is why sometimes when the Venom symbiote is separated from Peter, they can kind of sense each other, and it literally like searches him out. Which is why Venom is always after Peter, but never kills Peter.
I need to read that original Secret Wars stuff because I still want to know. Like,
what gets crazy about symbiotes is their kids they're on some anime type stuff. So you know how like Goku was like 25 when he went Super Saiyan, and then Goten was like 12. Or Naruto was like Rasengan at 15, Boruto Rasengan at 8. That's how symbiotes are. So every if a symbiote spawns another symbiote, each generation ups the ante.
Carnage,
which is why Carnage
is
which is why Venom has problem handling Carnage, And then freaking after Carnage is Toxin, and Toxin is even nastier because Toxin can fight both of them at the same time.
Yep.
And I don't know if there's one after Toxin because it's a Spider-Man sub story,
There's
so they don't go
offshoots
super
and
far.
stuff. There's probably a
But there
story where it
is
happens.
a group of man-made symbiotes. When they come together, they make hybrid, and hybrid is nasty too.
I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, basically, the government because that's how what's the name becomes Flash. Flash is with the government. That's how he becomes Agent Venom. And they use because they have Venom, so they use that to make a bunch of other symbiotes. And each one of them, they're not as beefy as Venom, but they each have a different color, and they merge together to make hybrid. Because I remember Deadpool had hybrid at one point, and Deadpool got it off of him, put it on the dog, and had the dog run back to wherever government facility they're at. Yeah, Deadpool's had Venom. I think he had Carnage. He's had hybrid. Hybrid is really nasty. Toxin is actually really nasty, but Toxin is like a little kid.
Deadpool has gotten everything that
He's gotten Venom. He's gotten Carnage before, I believe.
Toxin is really interesting because
he even had. Was it during when he was? No, he didn't have when he was killing all the superheroes.
No.
Which was funny, and that whole thing was hilarious.
When Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe,
Yeah, that was fucked up.
It was like, Spider-Man, I was gonna, I'm gonna leave you alone because I like you a lot, but you know what? Pow in the face.
Yeah.
I don't know. I no one's ever tried this before. It's like,
Because it shouldn't work.
yeah.
bruh, you just
Because
shot him in the face with a sawed-off shotgun.
Because spider senses are dope, and that shouldn't have worked.
Well, but aren't they also kind of friends?
They are very much.
No, Spider-Man went to Deadpool and asked him, like, why are you doing this? You need to stop. You can't go around killing the superheroes.
Yeah, I mean, like, when it comes to spider sense,
spider sense is any kind of innate danger. It doesn't matter where it's coming from.
The only people who can
Scorpion has like a natural thing.
Yeah, I was going to say the symbiotes can get around spider sense because they were with him, so they like
some of them.
Venom, Carnage, and Spider-Man, or Venom, Carnage, and Toxin, I think can get around it. I don't know about the other ones.
I don't get how that works.
What's the name can get
spider sense?
Yes, how I understand. Yes, comic book logic, and that fine, that works. But if you ever try and explain it, even just a little bit, so that
it's basically like, okay, there's a character named Ulysses who can take in the energy of everything around him to tell what the future is going to be. That's what the whole like Civil War thing for Civil War 2. That was he was like what they were fighting over, this and that third. And basically, spider sense is like it's a version of that, where it's like instead of energy, it's like he's feeling everything around him, and then it's little things like sound, vibration, temperature, any kind of thing around him in his environment, and then that alerts him. Which is why even if a person's like all the way up on that tree trying to snipe at him, it's like, well, for one, I can hear it already because the second it starts to make noise, I can hear it, and then second of all, like it's like, the fucking
I was going to say, you remember
so that requires him to kind of understand the threat. I mean,
no, his body just takes in all of the information and it manifests itself in a ringing noise in his head.
I mean, I understand comic book logic. I'll live with it, but the minute you try and explain it just a little bit, it stops making sense.
A little bit. Well, his senses are heightened to the point where he has essentially N. Have you seen you know about Hunter Hunter?
Huh?
Hunter Hunter. Essentially, Hunter Hunter has the whole thing about spiritual energy, blah blah. It's around your body. You learn how to use it. N is a version where you can survive. You can surround your body with your energy, but you also push it to its maximum, and you create a bubble around yourself where you can basically like anything that enters it or leaves it or anything that moves within it, you can feel that through your energy. That's essentially what Spider-Man is doing, only with his senses. It's almost like sensing ki in
Dragon Ball Z.
Black Clover, because you're sensing like all the things about a person.
I was going to say what's interesting about
at least that was my understanding of it. They
Toxin,
different people
for Joe. You know how like all the symbiotes are kind of crazy, but they're like mature.
Yeah, in a way.
Toxin is like a little kid, so so it's funny because he's bonded to what's the guy's name? I think he's a Hispanic guy. I don't remember. Anyways, he's bonded to this guy, right? And the dude was like, okay, Toxin, when I'm asleep, because obviously he's human, he needs sleep, you can take over my body, but ground rules. No rape, no pillaging, no stealing. But you can do whatever else you want. That was just funny to me because he has to treat his symbiote like a little kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, Toxin is up there. Actually, Toxin is cool with Spider-Man. Toxin helps Spider-Man fight Venom and Carnage because Spider-Man can usually fight 1-on-1. One is 2-on-1. He has problems, and Toxin is stronger than all of them.
I wonder if Anti-Venom can fight Toxin.
Probably, because Anti-Venom is all about stopping symbiotes in general, and is just a descendant of. And
Alright.
Anti-Venom is freaking cancer plus symbiote plus the medicine plus Mr. Negative, I think it was.
Yeah.
Well, that guy, yeah.
Power's out on the street. My street.
That sucks.
That's what my mom called and told me that the power's out. She has to go outside because it's too hot in the house.
Alright, guys. We're going to take off for real this time.
Yeah, for real.
Are you still recording?
Yes, actually.
You might have to break it up into like 2 episodes.
Nah, fuck that. One long-ass episode. They can take it. I believe in them. Alright. Peace.
That was
Bye.
See you next time.
Peace. Ciao. Shalom. A whole bunch of other stuff.